All right, of course, one of the things that we are now learning is that the Pumpwell flyover was the target of this crude bomb that was assembled by the main accused in this case. Prajwal has more details. Prajwal, tell us more in terms of what you are learning. We are given to understand that the plot was to bomb the Pumpwell flyover during peak traffic hour.
Absolutely. Now we get to learn that the plot was mainly to bomb the Pumpwell flyover as well as the road beneath that, because it was going to connect the Ullal junction, the Karkati junction as well, is what is now being learnt. And what exactly happened was while he was going from Naguri to Pumpwell, that is when the bomb has exploded in the auto rickshaw, because the flyover is just 3 kilometers away from where the entire, from where this particular explosion took place. So therefore, it has been very crucial, and it is also being understood that he wanted to target the flyover at a time when there would be more traffic and more number of people, because right beneath the flyover too, there is also a flea market which will operate only in the evenings, and therefore people will come in large numbers to shop over here. And also, given the fact that the region is populated usually too, he wanted to target this particular intersection of the junction so that more people, there would have been more casualties over here too. And as it was also a half enclosed space because it passes right beneath the flyover, this was stated to be one of the targets, apparently, is what sources in the know are going on and speaking to Republic and letting us know about.
Now, Prajwal, the other point is that there is mention of what is known as the Al-Hind module, which essentially had selected Bengaluru as their base. Now, there has been one person who was detained by the Bengaluru police, and he was questioned yesterday. He's supposed to have roomed with the main accused in this case. Link that for our viewers.
Now you are speaking about Mohammad Ruhullah, who was in constant, who was always constant touch with Sharik, and he is said to be an accomplice. So far, he has only been detained and not arrested, and he has been taken into custody by the Mysuru police because a special team of officers from Mysuru had come to Bengaluru and had detained Mohammad Ruhullah.
इसलिए भारतीय जनता पार्टी, मैंने कई बार ये बात कही है, भागने के लिए रोजाना बहाना ढूंढती है कि 15 साल का हमें हिसाब ना देना पड़े। लोग कहते हैं 15 साल में क्या किया एमसीडी में, वो कहते हैं हमने स्टिंग ऑपरेशन देखो 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 जारी कर दिया। लोग कहते हैं कूड़ा कूड़ा क्यों रहा 15 साल दिल्ली, लाखों करोड़ों रुपए खर्च हुए। वो कहती है देखो 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 वो पैसा टिकट के लिए पैसा मांग रहा था। लोग कह रहे हैं ये 3 कूड़े के पहाड़ क्यों नहीं हटा पाए 15 साल में। भाजपा कह रही है कि देखो 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 तिहाड़ जेल में क्या हो रहा। अरे तिहाड़ जेल में हो रहा है उसको भी देखेंगे, स्टिंग ऑपरेशन भी देखेंगे, सारा चीज देखेंगे, लेकिन 15 साल का हिसाब लेंगे। 4 तारीख को हिसाब किताब होगा भारतीय जनता पार्टी को। भाग नहीं पाएगी भाजपा, जवाब देना पड़ेगा। 15 साल का हिसाब लिया जाएगा, हर गली में लेंगे, हर मोहल्ले में लेंगे, हर नुक्कड़ पर लेंगे। भाग भाजपा भाग का जो नारा चल रहा है बीजेपी का, स्टिंग के पीछे चेहरा छुपा रहे हो, जेल के फर्जी चिट्ठियों के पीछे जो चेहरा छुपा रहे हो, वो अब छुपने वाला नहीं है, क्योंकि चुनाव अब प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस और रोड शो से नीचे गली में जा चुका है। गली में तो जवाब देना पड़ेगा, और आज भारतीय जनता पार्टी का कोई भी कैंडिडेट जवाब नहीं दे पा रहा है। पिछली बार तो इन्होंने काम चला लिया था माफी मांग के, बोले हमारे सारे भ्रष्ट हैं इसलिए सबके टिकट काट रहे हैं, एक मौका दे दो। अब तो अभी बहाना नहीं है, तो बहाने डेली इनके बनेंगे। आगे और भी ये ऑपरेशन, स्टिंग ऑपरेशन, फर्जी काम, ये सब करते रहेंगे, कुछ और है नहीं कहने के लिए।
सर, इसके अलावा रवीश वर्मा ने चिट्ठी भी लिखी है दिल्ली सरकार को कि जो पुजारी हैं उनको सैलरी नहीं मिल रही है, सैलरी दी जानी चाहिए, और साथ ही पूछताछ भी शुरू हो गया है इसको लेकर। इस पर आम आदमी पार्टी का क्या कहना है?
देखिए, मुझे फिर वही बात कहनी है कि मुद्दा विहीन पार्टी उन सारे मुद्दों पर बात करते हैं।
अबू हमजा मुहाजिर फ्रॉम गुजरात। हाँ, इंडिया के थे, केरला के थे, तमिलनाडु के थे, जो कतर में थे, दोहा में थे, दुबई।
Following the arrest of Abdullah Basit and several others in that particular module from Karnataka, other sleeper cells that were still operating, and that's exactly what we are witnessing today.
These acts have been inspired and influenced by some terrorist organization which is having global presence.
An important day today because the Delhi police will like to conduct the narco test of Aftab. There will also be a polygraph test.
Shariq's family members were arriving in Mangaluru. Shariq is the accused in the Mangaluru blast case.
Police has said that Shariq had posed with the bomb before the blast, also saying that international terror plot has been exposed.
Several people, including 8 children, were killed on Sunday after a truck rammed into a roadside settlement in Bihar's Vaishali district.
Very shocking incident coming to light from UP, where ex-lover has been arrested in killing of a woman whose body was chopped and found in a well.
BJP MLA MP Kumaraswamy was beaten up by angry villagers near the Kudur district in Mudiger. Sources said that there was a public outcry against the authorities.
He's Amir al-Mu'mineen and he is the head of all Muslimin and means Prince of Muslims, believers.
Mohammad Shariq was traveling in an auto rickshaw. 3 videos that Republic TV accessed and broke over the weekend. In 2017, we had stung a terror suspect called Abdullah Basit, who was part of an ISIS module.
These acts have been inspired and influenced by some terrorist organization which is having global presence.
Shocker coming in from Madhya Pradesh. The man killed allegedly for molesting a woman, a male skeleton.
A look at the top headlines at 10:30 this morning. The Republic news break on the Tihar tapes gets bigger. Aam Aadmi Party's physiotherapy defense collapses completely. AAP Minister Satyendra Jain's Masu is not a physiotherapist but a person who's facing rape charges inside jail for allegedly raping a minor. From Coimbatore to Shivamogga to Mangaluru, can the jihadi threat now really be denied in India anymore? Huge lead emerges in the Mangaluru investigation. Republic TV accesses CCTV footage of the bomber. Accused Aftab is to stay in jail. Delhi police's the Delhi Saket court extends Aftab's police custody by 4 more days. And the BJP is to hold sabhas across 93 seats in poll-bound Gujarat today. Thank you very much for staying with us on Republic TV. This is live and breaking, and the latest that we are getting right now is that Delhi Saket court has extended the police custody of the main accused in the Shraddha Walkar murder case by 4 more days. The main accused in this case, Aftab Poonawala, has been sent back to police custody. The police have been given 4 more days of additional custody. Do remember that one of the main challenges before the police has been to be able to ascertain the chain of events as accepted by Aftab Poonawalla in one of his confessionals. Piyush Ori is bringing us the latest on this. Piyush, tell us more. We are given to understand that in court, the police have said that they need more custody of the main accused in this case because he keeps to constantly keep changing his statements.
So you rightly said, Nupur, that yes, in the court, the Delhi police did ask for the extension of custody of Aftab, and taking cognizance of the chain of events, the Delhi Saket court did allow the Delhi police to have the custody for Aftab for 4 more days. Now, having said that, this hearing was also important because for the first time, Aftab, the main accused of killing Shraddha and chopping her body into 35 pieces, also spoke in the court. Now, what we have been told by our sources that his counsel, who represented Aftab, did mention that he did have a fight with Shraddha, and yes, there used to be violence, which used to occur in the heat of moment. But having said that, Aftab, in a very shrewd manner, has still not confessed of his crime fully in the court. And having said that, he has still not disclosed the locations where he reportedly disposed the body pieces of Shraddha. So taking this into consideration, there are still a lot of challenges that are involved for Delhi police, which is in the process of taking all the circumstantial evidence. Having said that, I want to just also tell you that besides the body remains which the Delhi police is looking for, the Delhi police is also looking now for the sharp objects that includes the saw and the murder weapon which may have been used to cut the body pieces of Shraddha. Now, we have been told by our sources that, there is a full-blown effort which has been carried by the Delhi police to find these weapons in Gurugram and Mehrauli. As what Aftab has said to the Delhi police, he says that the saw which was used for breaking the bones of Shraddha was disposed at Gurugram. It has still not been found as yet, but yes, the Delhi police is in the process of finding all the weapons and in trying to strengthen their case as far as the circumstantial evidences are concerned. Back to you in the studio.
Now, also, Piyush, we are hearing that the court has allowed for the polygraph as well as the narco test to be conducted on Aftab. So give us more details on that as well, please.
So you rightly said, Nupur, that yes, the court has allowed the polygraph test to be conducted on Aftab, and only after the polygraph test, the narco test is going to be allowed, as this is the process which has been followed. Now, these tests are important because, as has been mentioned before, the statements made by Aftab is misleading. He is not giving the right answers. In fact, he's only been making the police move around, and the case is becoming more baffling from the time this case was first reported. So yes, the Delhi police now has felt of carrying the polygraph test and subsequently the narco test. Now, also it is important to note that these tests are not admissible in the court of law. But what the Delhi police officials is planning to get from these tests is certain leads which may help them in getting circumstantial evidences involved in this case, because this case is old. This case has occurred 6 months back. So yes, getting all the evidences that includes the body remains as well as the sharp objects for which the Delhi police officials are looking for is proving to be difficult. So what they are thinking now is from these tests they will get some very vital leads which may help them in this case and get some concrete evidence.
Absolutely, Piyush. Thank you very much for the moment, for bringing us all those details.
आज प्रधानमंत्री जी एक बार फिर से ये बात प्रमाणित होती है कि आप जो कहते हैं वो आप करते हैं। आपके
30 to 40% of the people who didn't even know they had diabetes had soaring sugar levels.
To help India beat diabetes, BITO has collaborated with Lions Club International to conduct diabetes screening camps all over India to create awareness and control this silent epidemic.
आपने शुगर चेक की क्या?
Get your diabetes care program with a free BITO glucometer. Give a missed call on 740-1100.
An important day today because the Delhi police will like to conduct the narco test of Aftab. There will also be a polygraph test.
Shariq's family members were arriving in Mangaluru. Shariq is the accused in the Mangaluru blast case.
Police has said that Shariq had posed with the bomb before the blast, also saying that international terror plot has been exposed.
Several people, including 8 children, were killed on Sunday after a truck rammed into a roadside settlement in Bihar's Vaishali district.
Very shocking incident coming to light from UP, where ex-lover has been arrested in killing of a woman whose body was chopped and found in a well.
BJP MLA MP Kumaraswamy was beaten up by angry villagers near the Kudur district in Mudiger. Sources said that there was a public outcry against the authorities.
He's Amir al-Mu'mineen and he is the head of all Muslimin and it means Prince of Muslims, believers.
Mohammad Shariq was traveling in an auto rickshaw. 3 videos that Republic TV accessed and broke over the weekend. In 2017, we had stung a terror suspect called Abdullah Basit, who was part of an ISIS module.
These acts have been inspired and influenced by some terrorist organization which is having global presence.
Shocker coming in from Madhya Pradesh. The man killed allegedly for molesting a woman. A male skeleton of a youth has been found after 4 months. 2 casualties were reported after a goods train had derailed in Odisha, and rescue operations are underway at the site.
At least 50.
आजादी का अमृत काल हो चुका है प्रारंभ। हर देशवासी का कर्तव्य काल हो चुका है प्रारंभ। विकसित भारत बनाने का देश ने लिया है विराट संकल्प। ये है भारत की युवा शक्ति के लिए एक महत्वपूर्ण अवसर। कर्मयोगी और यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में बीते 8 वर्षों से देश में चल रहे रोजगार और स्वरोजगार के अभियान की दिशा में एक ऐतिहासिक पहल है। 10 लाख सरकारी नौकरियों के लिए प्रारंभ रोजगार मेला। लाखों युवा ऐसे समय में भारत सरकार के साथ जुड़ रहे हैं जब हर भारतीय तक मूल सुविधाएं तेजी से पहुंचें और सरकार की प्रक्रियाएं तेज हों, इस पर है विशेष फोकस। इसलिए ये बेहद जरूरी है कि रोजगार मेला के तहत नवनियुक्त कर्मी हों सक्षम। वे केवल नौकरी पाने वाले ना बने, बल्कि बने देश के विकास यज्ञ में योगदान देने वाले कर्मयोगी। युवा कर्मयोगी सरकार की मौजूदा नीतियों और नियमों से पूरी तरह अवगत हों और प्रधानमंत्री जी के लोक कल्याण की प्रतिबद्धता को पूर्ण करने में तत्पर हों। कर्मी सही दृष्टिकोण और कर्तव्य बोध वाले ज्ञान युक्त कार्यबल का निर्माण करें और 2047 के नव भारत के निर्माण के सशक्त भागीदार बने। इसी लक्ष्य के साथ भारत सरकार ने की है एक पहल, कर्मयोगी प्रारंभ। कर्मयोगी प्रारंभ का उद्देश्य सकारात्मक सोच, कार्य और व्यवहार से युक्त स्मार्ट शासन प्रणाली को सुनिश्चित करना है। स्मार्ट यानी SMART मतलब सिंपल, मॉरल, अकाउंटेबल, रिस्पॉन्सिव एंड ट्रांसपेरेंट। सभी नवनियुक्त कर्मियों को शुभकामनाएं कि वे कड़ी मेहनत कर आदर्श कर्मयोगी बने और अपने साथियों को प्रेरित करें। कर्मयोगी प्रारंभ के तहत उपलब्ध कोर्सेज मिशन कर्मयोगी के ऑनलाइन लर्निंग प्लेटफॉर्म igotkarmayogi.gov.in से पूरे किए जा सकते हैं। कर्मयोगी प्रारंभ हो रहा एक नए युग का शुभारंभ।
धन्यवाद सर। रोजगार मेले की आज की कड़ी एक और पड़ाव है लाखों नए रोजगार और खुशियों के सृजन का। प्रस्तुत है सृजन के इसी उत्साह को दर्शाते रोजगार मेले पर एक लघु फिल्म।
40% of the people who didn't even know they had diabetes had soaring sugar levels.
To help India beat diabetes, BITO has collaborated with Lions Club International to conduct diabetes screening camps all over India to create awareness and control this silent epidemic.
आपने शुगर चेक की क्या?
Get your diabetes care program with a free BITO glucometer. Give a missed call on 740-1100.
Several people, including 8 children, were killed on Sunday after a truck rammed into a roadside settlement in Bihar's Vaishali district.
Very shocking incident coming to light from UP, where ex-lover has been arrested in killing of a woman whose body was chopped and found in a well.
BJP MLA MP Kumaraswamy was beaten up by angry villagers near the Kudur district in Mudiger. Sources said that there was a public outcry against the authorities.
He is Amir al-Mu'mineen and he is the head of all Muslimin, and it means Prince of Muslims, believers.
Mohammad Sharik was travelling in an auto rickshaw. 3 videos that Republic TV accessed and broke over the weekend. In 2017, we had stung a terror suspect called Abdullah Basit, who was part of an ISIS module.
These acts have been inspired and influenced by some terrorist organization which is having global presence.
Shocker coming in from Madhya Pradesh. The man killed allegedly for molesting a woman. A male skeleton of a youth has been found after 4 months. 2 casualties were reported after a goods train had derailed in Odisha, and rescue operations are underway at the site.
At least 15 people were reported injured after a multiple vehicle crash on the Mumbai-Mangaluru highway near the bridge in Pune.
I came in contact with Indian guys, Abu Hamza al-Muhajir from Gujarat. हाँ, इंडिया के थे, केरला के थे, तमिलनाडु के भी थे जो खतर.
And here's a look at some news in brief now. Following claims by the Aam Aadmi Party that the massage being received by jailed Delhi Minister Satyendra Jain was from a physiotherapist, new information has emerged that alleges that the masseur is a person accused of rape of a minor and currently jailed in the Tihar jail since April this year. Following a video of the Aam Aadmi Party MLA Gulab Singh Yadav being beaten up by Aam Aadmi Party's workers and being chased out, emerged over cash for ticket scam in the national capital, the BJP took to the social media to release a specific poster in the wake of these allegations.
Aam Aadmi Party's Matiala MLA Gulab Singh Yadav is seen in a video being thrashed, abused and being made to run away from the party office by the Aam Aadmi Party Karyakartas themselves, who have alleged that he was selling tickets for the MCD. This is not the first such allegation. We have seen a sting operation in which cash collectors are collecting.
All right, Republic TV has managed to access more footage of the main accused in the Mangaluru blast case, but even as we play out that footage for you, we are also given to understand that there is no new information that is emerging on the Al-Hind terror module. The Al-Hind terror module, of course, has been set up by Abdul Mateen Taha, and he was, of course, following the principle of the ISIS. Pictures on your screen right now are of the CCTV footage we have been able to access of the main accused. He appears in this footage to be talking to someone else. So perhaps there is a second person who could be behind what happened in Mangaluru. Now new details that are emerging of this terror module, which the police suspect could have about 4 to 5 members at least, seems to suggest that it was named the Al-Hind terror module. It was set up by Abdul Mateen Taha, and essentially he was inspired by the IS principle. The Al-Hind office was set up at Gurapalya in the name of a charitable trust, I think. Prajwal has more details on this, and we'll get you those in just a bit. But quickly to tell our viewers what we know so far.
सरकार की तरफ से 75,000 नौजवानों को नियुक्ति पत्र बांटे गए थे। अब आज का ये विशाल रोजगार मेला दिखाता है कि सरकार किस तरह गवर्नमेंट जॉब देने के लिए मिशन मोड में काम कर रही है। साथियों, पिछले महीने जब रोजगार मेले की शुरुआत हुई थी तो मैंने एक और बात कही थी। मैंने कहा था कि विभिन्न केंद्र शासित प्रदेश, एनडीए और भाजपा शासित राज्य भी इसी तरह रोजगार मेले का आयोजन करते रहेंगे। मुझे खुशी है कि पिछले एक महीने में ही महाराष्ट्र और गुजरात में भी राज्य सरकारों की तरफ से हजारों युवाओं को नियुक्ति पत्र बांटे गए हैं। कुछ दिन पहले ही यूपी सरकार ने भी अनेकों युवाओं की नियुक्ति पत्र दिए हैं। पिछले एक महीने में जम्मू कश्मीर, लद्दाख, अंडमान निकोबार द्वीप समूह, लक्षद्वीप, दादरा और नगर हवेली, दमन और दीव और चंडीगढ़ में भी रोजगार मेले आयोजित करके हजारों युवाओं को नौकरी दी गई है। मुझे बताया गया है कि परसों यानी 24 नवंबर को गोवा सरकार भी इसी तरह के रोजगार मेले का आयोजन करने जा रही है। 28 नवंबर को त्रिपुरा सरकार भी रोजगार मेले का आयोजन कर रही है। यही डबल इंजन की सरकार का डबल फायदा है। देश के युवाओं को रोजगार मेले के माध्यम से नियुक्ति पत्र देने का ये अभियान ऐसे ही अनवरत जारी रहेगा। साथियों, भारत जैसे युवा देश में हमारे करोड़ों नौजवान इस राष्ट्र की सबसे बड़ी ताकत है। अपने युवाओं की प्रतिभा और उनकी ऊर्जा राष्ट्र निर्माण में ज्यादा से ज्यादा उपयोग में आए, इसे केंद्र सरकार सर्वोच्च प्राथमिकता दे रही है। आज राष्ट्र निर्माण के कर्तव्य पथ से जुड़ रहे अपने 71,000 से ज्यादा नए सहयोगियों का मैं स्वागत करता हूं, अभिनंदन करता हूं। जिन पदों पर आपकी नियुक्ति होने जा रही है उसे आपने कठिन परिश्रम से कड़ी प्रतियोगिता में सफल होकर हासिल किया है। इसके लिए आपको और आपके परिवार को भी उतना ही हक है बधाई प्राप्त करने का। मेरे युवा साथियों, आपको ये नई जिम्मेदारी एक विशेष कालखंड में मिल रही है। देश अमृत काल में प्रवेश कर चुका है। हम देशवासियों ने मिलकर इस अमृत काल में भारत को विकसित बनाने का प्रण लिया है। इस प्रण की प्राप्ति में आप सभी देश के सारथी बनने जा रहे हैं। आप सभी जो नई जिम्मेदारी संभालने जा रहे हैं उसमें आप अन्य देशवासियों के सामने केंद्र सरकार के प्रतिनिधि के तौर पर नियुक्त होंगे एक प्रकार से। ऐसे में आपको एक और बात याद जरूर रखनी चाहिए। अपना कर्तव्य निभाने के लिए आपको अपनी भूमिका अच्छी तरह समझनी होगी। एक जनसेवक के तौर पर
अपनी सेवाएं देने के लिए आपको अपनी क्षमता बढ़ाने, कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग पर भी लगातार फोकस करना चाहिए। आज सरकार का प्रयास टेक्नोलॉजी की मदद से हर सरकारी कर्मचारी को बेहतर ट्रेनिंग की सुविधा देने का है। हाल ही में जो कर्मयोगी भारत टेक्नोलॉजी प्लेटफॉर्म लॉन्च हुआ है, उसमें कई तरह के ऑनलाइन कोर्सेज उपलब्ध हैं। आज ही आप जैसे नए सरकारी कर्मचारियों के लिए एक विशेष कोर्स की शुरुआत भी की जा रही है। इसको नाम दिया गया है कर्मयोगी प्रारंभ। आप कर्मयोगी भारत प्लेटफॉर्म पर उपलब्ध ऑनलाइन कोर्सेज का जरूर ज्यादा फायदा उठाएंगे ही। इससे आपकी स्किल भी अपग्रेड होगी और भविष्य में आपको अपने कैरियर में भी काफी लाभ होगा। साथियों, आज आप ये भी देख रहे हैं कि वैश्विक महामारी और युद्ध के संकट के बीच पूरे विश्व में युवाओं के सामने नए अवसरों का संकट है। बड़े बड़े एक्सपर्ट्स विकसित देशों में भी बड़े संकट की आशंका जता रहे हैं। ऐसे समय में इकोनॉमिस्ट और एक्सपर्ट्स ये कह रहे हैं कि भारत के पास अपना आर्थिक सामर्थ्य दिखाने और नए अवसरों को बढ़ाने का एक स्वर्णिम मौका है। भारत आज सर्विस एक्सपोर्ट के मामले में विश्व की एक बड़ी शक्ति बन गया है। अब एक्सपर्ट्स भरोसा जता रहे हैं कि भारत विश्व का मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हाउस भी बनने वाला है। इसमें हमारी प्रोडक्शन लिंक इंसेंटिव स्कीम ऐसी योजनाओं की बड़ी भूमिका होगी, लेकिन इसका मुख्य आधार भारत का स्किल्ड मैन पावर, भारत का स्किल्ड युवा ही होगा। आप कल्पना कर सकते हैं, सिर्फ पीएलआई स्कीम में ही देश में 60 लाख नए रोजगार का सृजन होने की उम्मीद है। मेक इन इंडिया अभियान हो, वोकल फॉर लोकल हो, लोकल को ग्लोबल ले जाने का अभियान हो, ये सभी योजनाएं देश में रोजगार और स्वरोजगार के नए अवसर बना रही हैं। यानी सरकारी और गैर सरकारी दोनों ही क्षेत्रों में नई नौकरियों की संभावना लगातार बढ़ रही है। और बड़ी बात ये कि ये नए अवसर युवाओं के लिए उनके अपने शहर, अपने गांवों में बन रहे हैं। इससे युवाओं के सामने अब पलायन की मजबूरी कम हुई है और वो अपने क्षेत्र के विकास में पूरा सहयोग भी कर पा रहे हैं। स्टार्टअप से लेकर स्वरोजगार तक, स्पेस से लेकर ड्रोन तक, आज भारत में युवाओं के लिए चौतरफा नए अवसरों का निर्माण हो रहा है। आज भारत के 80,000 से ज्यादा स्टार्टअप्स युवाओं को विभिन्न क्षेत्रों में अपना सामर्थ्य दिखाने का मौका दे रहे हैं। दवाइयों की सप्लाई हो या पेस्टिसाइड्स का छिड़काव, स्वामित्व योजना में ड्रोन से मैपिंग हो या फिर रक्षा क्षेत्र में इस्तेमाल, ड्रोन्स का उपयोग देश में लगातार बढ़ रहा है और ड्रोन्स का ये बढ़ता हुआ उपयोग युवाओं को नई नौकरियां दे रहा है। हमारी सरकार ने स्पेस सेक्टर को खोलने का जो निर्णय लिया, उसका भी बड़ा लाभ युवाओं को मिला है। हमने 2-3 दिन पहले ही देखा है कि कैसे भारत के प्राइवेट सेक्टर ने अपना पहला स्पेस रॉकेट सफलतापूर्वक लॉन्च किया है। आज जो अपना बिजनेस करना चाहते हैं, उन्हें मुद्रा लोन से भी बड़ी मदद मिल रही है। अब तक देश में 35 करोड़ से ज्यादा मुद्रा लोन दिए जा चुके हैं। देश में इनोवेशन को बढ़ावा देने से, रिसर्च को बढ़ावा देने से भी रोजगार के मौके बढ़ रहे हैं। मैं देश के सभी युवाओं से आग्रह करूंगा कि नए अवसरों का भी पूरा लाभ उठाएं। आज जिन 71,000 से ज्यादा युवाओं को नियुक्ति पत्र मिला है, मैं उन्हें एक बार फिर बधाई देता हूं, अपनी शुभकामनाएं देता हूं। मुझे विश्वास है कि आप अपनी कैपेसिटी बढ़ाने के लिए प्रयास करने में कभी कोई कमी नहीं रखेंगे। आज जो नियुक्त पत्र हैं, वो आपका एंट्री पॉइंट है। इसका मतलब हुआ कि प्रगति का एक नया विश्व आपके सामने अब खुल चुका है। आप अपने आप को अधिक से अधिक योग्य बनाइए, काम करते करते योग्यता बढ़ाइए, ज्ञान अर्जित करते करते योग्यता बढ़ाइए, अपने सीनियर से जो अच्छी चीजें हैं वो सीख करके योग्यता बढ़ाइए। साथियों, मैं भी आपकी तरह निरंतर सीखने का प्रयास करता हूं। मेरे भीतर के विद्यार्थी को कभी मरने नहीं देता हूं। हर किसी से मैं सीखता हूं, हर छोटी चीज से सीखने का प्रयास करता हूं और उसका कारण आज मुझे एक साथ अनेक काम करने का मुझे कभी संकोच नहीं होता है, झिझक नहीं होती है, कर पाता हूं। आप भी कर सकते हैं और इसलिए ये जो नया विषय प्रारंभ हुआ है, कर्मयोगी आरंभ का, मैं आपसे चाहूंगा दोस्तों कि आप उससे जुड़िए। क्या आप 1 महीने के बाद मुझे आपका इस ऑनलाइन ट्रेनिंग का क्या अनुभव रहा, इस ऑनलाइन ट्रेनिंग में आपको क्या कमी लग रही है, इसे और अच्छा कैसे बनाया जा सकता है, आप स्वयं भी उस कर्मयोगी ट्रेनिंग को अपग्रेड करने में कुछ सुझाव दे सकते हैं क्या? मैं आपके रिस्पॉन्स का इंतजार करूंगा। देखिए, हम सब एक साथी हैं, एक कलीग हैं, हम को ट्रैवलर है। भारत को विकसित राष्ट्र बनाने के लिए एक राह पर हम चल पड़े हैं। आइए, अनेक अनेक शुभकामनाओं के साथ हम सब आगे बढ़ने का संकल्प करें। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
But of course, that was the Prime Minister addressing the Rozgar Mela. In fact, he went on to make key points as well. He said that the nation has entered the Amrit Kal and we have taken an oath for India's development. In fact, he went on to point out the skills and energy of the youth shall be used to its best, and the government, of course, is extensively working to achieve that goal as well. And he went on to state that he is happy to have sent out these recruitment letters, and they were distributed in Maharashtra as well. But we'll move on to the headlines at 11 a.m. right now. The Republic news break on Tihar tapes gets bigger. Aam Aadmi Party's physiotherapy defence collapses completely. AAP Minister Satyendra Jain's massage person, not a physiotherapist but a rapist, inside jail for allegedly raping minor. From Coimbatore to Shivamogga to Mangaluru, can the jihadi threat really be denied anymore in India? Huge lead emerges in Mangaluru investigation. Republic accesses CCTV footage of the bomber. Killer Aftab to stay in jail. Delhi's Saket court extends Aftab's police custody by 4 days. And the BJP to hold sabhas across 93 seats in poll-bound Gujarat today. Thanks for staying with us on Live and Breaking. I'm Nivedna Prabhu, and starting with the fact that former Congress MLA who alleged cash for ticket in Gujarat has joined the BJP hours after quitting the Congress. So that is the big breaking news that is coming in, that Kamini Ba has joined the BJP. Now remember, a few hours ago, we did break that story where Kamini Ba had tendered her resignation. Now remember, she had also levelled allegations for cash for ticket in the Congress party. But now the big development is that she has made the decision of joining the BJP hours after quitting Congress. Now, Kamini Ba, of course, has quit the Congress party and joined the BJP. This, of course, is ahead of the Gujarat polls, which is going to be set in 2 phases. The first phase on December 1st and the second one on December 5th, with the finals on December 8th. But, of course, a huge setback for Congress, because on one hand, she did tender in her resignation a few hours ago. But on the other hand, she has made the decision of joining the BJP right ahead of the Gujarat elections. We will be going to Priyanka to get us the latest on that story as well. But a big jolt, of course, to the Congress party right ahead of the Gujarat elections as Kamini Ba has joined the BJP. Priyanka, we of course did break that story earlier on Republic where she had put in her resignation. But now, of course, she's joined the BJP, which means it's a huge setback for the Congress as well right ahead of the Gujarat elections. All right, Priyanka, if you can hear me, this of course is a big setback for the Congress ahead of the Gujarat elections as well. In fact, after the allegation of the cash for ticket scam, and now she's of course gone ahead and joined the BJP.
Well, it's a massive development, Nivedana. Remember, since morning we have been breaking the updates as far as Kamini Ba is concerned, how she had resigned from the Congress party. She had tendered her resignation just yesterday. In fact, on the last day of the filling out of the forms on 21st of November as well, the last day for pulling back the forms, she had taken back her nomination papers as an independent candidate yesterday as well. And then she had also tendered her resignation from the Congress party, post which we are now seeing that late in the night, she had also had several meetings with the BJP leader, post which now we are seeing that around 12 p.m. is when Kamini Ba is all set to join the BJP. Now, why it becomes bigger is because it's a huge blow for the Congress party, since this is the same former MLA from Dehgaon who had also made these allegations that the Congress party president is in fact pressurizing the candidates to give in cash up to about 1 crore rupees to the president's agent in lieu of the tickets that would be given to them. And that is why we are seeing that she had also not been given that ticket, because we had heard those audio tapes that she had recorded of a phone conversation between her and several other agents, some from Gujarat, some from Delhi. And they had been talking to her about how she had to pay up about rupees 1 crore to the president as well. And the president, in fact, will take care of her tickets is what we had seen in those audio tapes also coming out. And this very categorically shows us how the Congress party is in fact carrying out a business of selling off these tickets to the candidates, not very serious about contesting the elections, not very serious about getting the capable candidates, but the candidates who can actually arrange the cash to be given as well. A very surprising and a very shocking allegation that had also come to light from Kamini Ba, where the party president president himself had been orchestrating this extortion racket, so to speak, with respect to the candidates and giving them tickets in lieu of the cash that had to be given to the president's agents as well. And of course, we are seeing that not just Kamini Ba, right before she had tendered her resignation, we had been able to have that exclusive conversation with her, where she had also talked about how there are at least 32 constituencies more where such an incident has also taken place. But we do see that the candidates, so close to the election, also do not want to speak about their party president as well, is something that we see here on the ground. But of course, Kamini Ba being one such former MLA of the Congress party, a very known leader of the Congress party as well, who has now tendered her resignation and is all set to join the BJP. Right. However, Nivedana, this does not really affect the ground level politics as of now, since the election is so close and the dates for pulling back the candidacy forms have also gone.
Sorry for cutting you short there, but my other quick question to you would be, do you think she's going to also affect in the larger scheme of things the strategy for the Congress party right ahead of the Gujarat elections?
Well, we do see that the Congress party, in fact, had remained completely silent on the kind of allegations that had been made by Kamini Ba and how there had been allegations with respect to extortion rackets being run that had been made by Kamini Ba as well. And apart from her, we are seeing that several other candidates she says, in fact, are there who had been given these calls as well. Apart from that, we do see that Kamini Ba is all set to join the BJP at 12 p.m. in the presence of C.R. Patil and several other state leadership.
All right, Priyanka, thank you for getting the latest on that. We'll keep coming back to you as there are further developments in the story. But moving on to the other big story that we're tracking, more breaking news coming in the Mangaluru blast. Now, according to sources, Sharik hid his identity as a Hindu. Now, Sharik used the name of a Hindu and tried to pose as one. So that is the big breaking news that's coming in, where bomber Sharik posed as a Hindu. Now, Sharik used the background of Isha Foundation as his WhatsApp DP. In fact, Sharik wanted to create communal unrest by posing as a Hindu and planting the bomb. So that is the big breaking news that's coming in, the big development over here, where we're learning now that Sharik hid his identity as a Hindu. In fact, Sharik used the name of a Hindu and tried to pose as one. On the other hand, we're also learning that he used the background of Isha Foundation as his WhatsApp DP. In fact, Sharik wanted to create communal unrest by posing as a Hindu and planting the bomb. So those are the latest details that we are picking up in the Mangaluru blast case. Of course, we'll go across to Prajwal to get us the latest on that. But what we can tell you so far is that Sharik was using the name of a Hindu and tried to pose as one. The other details being that, in fact, in his WhatsApp DP, you can also see the pictures on your screens, that he used the background of Isha Foundation, where in the larger scheme of things, he wanted to create communal unrest by posing as a Hindu and planting the bomb. So that's the latest we can tell you in terms of the Mangalore blast case, where Sharik was hiding his identity as a Hindu. In fact, Republic had also accessed another footage of Sharik, where Sharik was seen walking from the Padil bus stand. In fact, Sharik was seen walking from Padil to Naguri, where in that particular CCTV footage as well, Sharik was wearing a red shirt, seen walking towards Naguri. For more on this, we're cutting across to Prajwal Prasad, the principal correspondent. Prajwal, these are of course huge details that are coming out. We also know that he was planning and plotting to use the bomb in peak traffic hour in that particular bridge. But the fact that, he hid his identity and he was trying to use a Hindu name in the larger scheme of things to create communal unrest. What else can you tell us about this?
Right now, even the Home Minister has replied in the affirmative, stating that Sharik wanted to use Hindutva as a weapon and try to create communal unrest. This has been spoken exclusively to Republic by the Home Minister of Karnataka, Aragad Nanendra, and he's gone on to state that this person masked his identity, and also he went on to make sure that his identity would not be revealed, and therefore he has taken help in regards to boarding or lodging or traveling. and this is turning out to be quite a crucial piece of information that is coming in. And mainly, he also wanted to go on and create communal unrest by posing as a Hindu, and also to be identified as a Hindu, so that there will be, the communal harmony will be disturbed in the entire region, and it would later lead on to any sorts of riots or clashes. So that is what was being done by Sharik.
जनता से माफी मांगता और कहता कि मुझे माफ कर दीजिए, जो संविधान की शपथ मैंने ली थी उसका पालन मैं नहीं कर पाया हूं। मेरा भ्रष्ट मंत्री जो कृत्य कर रहा है, मैं तुरंत उसे बर्खास्त करता हूं। लेकिन बेशर्मी भी जिसे अपना गुरु मानती है, वो अरविंद केजरीवाल और अराजक अपराध पार्टी है। आप अराजक अपराध पार्टी। उप मुख्यमंत्री एक्यूज नंबर 1 आबकारी घोटाले के मनीष सिसोदिया बाहर निकलते हैं और उसे सही ठहराते हुए कहते हैं, किसी की बीमारी का मजाक नहीं उड़ाया जाता है। किसी की बीमारी का मजाक नहीं उड़ाया जाता है। जो प्रश्न जनता चीख चीख के पूछ रही थी, ये जेल के अंदर एक अभियुक्त के साथ 4 लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, मसाज चंपी क्यों चल रहा है, क्यों उन्होंने कैदी के कपड़े नहीं पहने हैं, क्यों मिनरल वाटर, टीवी और एसी की सुविधा वहां है, इसका कोई उत्तर उस दिन नहीं मिला था। यह दिखाता है आज अराजक अपराधी पार्टी किस तरह से कानून का उल्लंघन करके बड़ी बेशर्मी से एक ऐसे कृत्य को जो सबको शर्मसार करता है सही बता देती है। हमने उस दिन भी पुरजोर तरीके से यह बात उठाई थी और आज की जो प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस है, क्योंकि मैं पेशे से वरिष्ठ अधिवक्ता भी हूं, बहुत जिम्मेदारी से हम लोग ये मुद्दा यहां उठा रहे हैं। और एक बात कहूंगा, बहुत से तथ्य ऐसे हैं जिनकी जानकारी होने के बावजूद, क्योंकि देश का कानून ये उम्मीद हर नागरिक से करता है और खासकर विश्व का सबसे बड़ा राजनीतिक दल होने के नाते एक बड़ी जिम्मेदारी भारतीय जनता पार्टी की है। बहुत से ऐसे तथ्य हैं जो कि हम आपके समक्ष नहीं रखेंगे, लेकिन यह दिखाने का प्रयास जरूर करेंगे कि किस तरह से अरविंद केजरीवाल को तुरंत बिना विलंब किए 2 कार्य करने चाहिए। पहला, पूरे देश से माफी मांगे। ये जो मंत्री है सतेंद्र जैन, इस मंत्री को 1 सेकंड भी मंत्री पद पर बने रहने का कोई हक नहीं है। और यह मैं इसलिए कहता हूं क्योंकि जब हमने यह मुद्दा उठाया कि अंदर मसाज चंपी चल रही है, एक चंपी सर पे होती है, उसका रीढ़ की हड्डी से कोई लेना देना नहीं है। अगर आपको इलाज की जरूरत भी होती है तो प्रिजन एक्ट है, जेल मैनुअल है, अनुमति लेनी होती है। न्यायालय भी हस्तक्षेप करता है, अनुमति देता है। आज जो खुलासा हुआ है, मीडिया के कई चैनलों ने भी चलाया है, ये जो व्यक्ति मालिश कर रहा है सतेंद्र जैन की, चंपी कर रहा है, ये एक अभियुक्त है एक संगीन जघन्य अपराध के मामले में। पॉक्सो एक्ट प्रिवेंशन प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ चिल्ड्रन फ्रॉम सेक्सुअल ऑफेंसेस एक्ट, प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ चिल्ड्रन फ्रॉम सेक्सुअल ऑफेंसेस एक्ट, इसकी धारा 6 है। धारा 6 पॉक्सो एक्ट की 376 इंडियन पीनल कोड का और तमाम और धाराएं हैं जिसका मुकदमा इस पे चल रहा है। और मैं आपके समक्ष धारा 6 रखना चाहता हूं। धारा 6 पॉक्सो की कहती है, पनिशमेंट फॉर एग्रेवेटेड पेनिट्रेटिव सेक्सुअल असॉल्ट। Whoever commits aggravated penetrative sexual assault shall be punished with rigorous imprisonment for a term which shall not be less than 10 years, but which may extend to imprisonment for life, and shall also be liable to fine. नोट करिए, पॉक्सो एक्ट इसलिए बना था, ये एक विशेष कानून है, स्पेशल एक्ट है। हमारे देश के बच्चों को कैसे सुरक्षित रखे उन दरिंदों से जो हमारे देश के बच्चों को भी टारगेट करते हैं, उन पे सेक्सुअल असॉल्ट करते हैं। और धारा इतनी गंभीर है कि इसकी सजा आजीवन कारावास है। 376 रेप। तो आज यह जरूर पूछा जाएगा कि ऐसा व्यक्ति जो कि अभियुक्त है इतने संगीन अपराध में, एक सिटिंग मंत्री को, सत्येंद्र जैन, जिनको कट्टर ईमानदार का सर्टिफिकेट अरविंद केजरीवाल देते हैं, ये अभियुक्त दूसरे अभियुक्त कट्टर बेईमान को मसाज कैसे दे रहा है? क्या यह नहीं दिखाता कि वीवीआईपी कल्चर तो एक बात है, किस तरह से एक मंत्री जिसको अरविंद केजरीवाल का संरक्षण प्राप्त है, कानून की अनदेखी करता है, उसे तार तार करता है और एक अभियुक्त को बुलाता है अपने सेल में। और वो अभियुक्त वो है जिसके ऊपर आप आरोप हैं कि एक बच्ची के साथ उसने दुराचार किया है, बलात्कार किया है। यह कैसे संभव हुआ? यह केवल तभी संभव है जब अरविंद केजरीवाल अपने भ्रष्ट मंत्री को खुली छूट देते हैं। मुझे इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता अरविंद केजरीवाल जी की सोच है कि वो बच्ची जो हमारी बच्ची है उसको इंसाफ मिले। उसके परिवार वालों का दर्द अरविंद केजरीवाल जी का दर्द नहीं है। पॉक्सो एक्ट में यहां तक प्रोटेक्शन है पीड़िता को कि उसका नाम नहीं लिया जाएगा, उसके डिटेल्स भी नहीं आएंगे। और जो मीडिया हमारा चौथा स्तंभ है लोकतंत्र का, कितना संवेदनशील मामला होता है कि किसी बच्ची के साथ ऐसा जघन्य अपराध हो तो हमारा कानून कहता है कि उसके डिटेल्स, उसका नाम, उसकी रिपोर्टिंग बड़ी जिम्मेदारी से होगी। और यहां पे एक मुख्यमंत्री संविधान की शपथ लेके कहता है कि मैं संविधान की रक्षा करूंगा। नागरिकों के लिए सुरक्षा कवच बनना था, लेकिन यह कहना गलत नहीं होगा कि रक्षक आज भक्षक बन गया। जिसको सुरक्षा कवच बनना था, आज वो सुरक्षा कवच तो है, लेकिन वो सुरक्षा कवच है अपने भ्रष्टाचारी मंत्री का। सुरक्षा कवच वो बन गया एक अपराधी का जिसने प्रथम दृष्टया बलात्कार जैसा जघन्य अपराध किया है। और ये 2M 2M का मामला है। अभी तक एक और अभियुक्त है, जेल से चिट्ठी लिख रहे थे कि अरविंद केजरीवाल के इशारे पर भ्रष्ट मंत्री सतेंद्र जैन प्रोटेक्शन मनी मांगते हैं। चिंताजनक था, पीड़ाजनक था, लेकिन आज जो सामने आया है प्रोटेक्शन मसाज है। ये चिंता होती है कि एक अपराधी मसाज देगा, बदले में अरविंद केजरीवाल उसको प्रोटेक्शन देंगे। यह पूछा नहीं जाएगा। और अरविंद केजरीवाल जी, आप जहां कहीं छुपे हो, भारतीय जनता पार्टी आपको चेतावनी भी देती है और चुनौती भी देती है। चेतावनी यह देती है कि वो दिन दूर नहीं है, आप जनता से माफी मांगेंगे और जनता आपका हिसाब करेगी। और चुनौती यह देती है कि अगले 1 घंटे में आप जहां कहीं छुपे हो, अगर हिम्मत है तो बाहर निकलकर ये जो तथ्य सामने आए हैं, इन तथ्यों पे आप जवाब दें। पहला प्रश्न होगा, अरविंद केजरीवाल जी, आप मुझे यह बताइए, और आपको बताना पड़ेगा क्योंकि यह जनता पूछ रही है, यह हमारी बच्ची का मामला है, उसको इंसाफ दिलाने का मामला है। आप उस बच्ची के साथ और उसके परिजनों के साथ खड़े हैं इंसाफ दिलाने के लिए, या अभियुक्त के साथ खड़े? दूसरा, ये आज की सूची है इनके ही दिल्ली सरकार के वेब पोर्टल से। ऊपर मनीष सिसोदिया एक्यूज नंबर 1 और तीसरे नंबर पे सतेंद्र जैन आज मंत्री हैं। यह सवाल बार बार चीख चीख के पूछा जाएगा, ऐसा व्यक्ति जिसपे भ्रष्टाचार के आरोप हैं और उसके साथ आज जो उजागर हुआ है कि वो ऐसे व्यक्तियों को संरक्षण देता है जो कि बलात्कार के मामले में अभियुक्त हैं, ऐसे मंत्री को आप बर्खास्त क्यों नहीं कर रहे हैं? इसको प्रोटेक्शन क्यों दिया जा रहा है? और अगर अरविंद केजरीवाल जी, ये जिम्मेदारी आपके कमजोर कंधों के लिए बहुत बड़ी है, तो इस्तीफा दे दीजिए। यह कहना गलत नहीं होगा, तेरे हाथ पर कोई खून का कतरा तो नहीं, तेरे हाथ पर कोई खून का कतरा तो नहीं, पर सब कहते हैं तुझसे बड़ा कोई कातिल भी नहीं। जिसके पास जनता ताकत देती है, अधिकार देती है, तो वो जवाब मांगती है। और अगर रत्ती भर भी संवेदनशीलता आप में बची है अरविंद केजरीवाल जी, ये बच्ची हमारी बच्ची है, आपको अपनी चुप्पी तोड़नी होगी और हमारे सवालों का जवाब देना होगा। इसके साथ मनीष सिसोदिया जी से भी मैं एक बात कहूंगा, आपका जमीर, जो कि ऐसा लगता है कब का अमृत है, वो जागे। और आपने एक गैर कानूनी कृत्य को जो सही ठहराया था, आज आप पूरे देश से माफी मांगेंगे। आज चुनौती अरविंद केजरीवाल को यह भी दी जाएगी, किसी भी सार्वजनिक मंच से, किसी भी सार्वजनिक मंच से अगर हिम्मत है तो इस विषय पे चर्चा करिए। यह दर्शाएगा कि आप में अभी भी थोड़ी सी संवेदनशीलता बाकी है। और मैं इतना ही कह के अपनी वाणी को विराम दूंगा कि किसी बच्ची की अस्मिता को इस तरह से खत्म मत करिए, उसका मजाक मत उड़ाइए। किसी परिवार की अस्मिता को अपनी राजनीतिक सहूलियत मत बनाइए। इससे ज्यादा गंभीर कोई और मामला हो नहीं सकता है। और भ्रष्टाचार के जो मुद्दे हमने उजागर किए हैं वो तो किए ही हैं, लेकिन यह प्रेस वार्ता चिंताजनक है, पीड़ा देती है। और इसीलिए हम सब एक नागरिक होने के नाते भी ये उम्मीद करते हैं कि दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री अपनी चुप्पी तोड़ेंगे और जो कार्रवाई हमने बताई है, जिसकी उम्मीद हम आपसे करते हैं, वो कार्रवाई आप तुरंत करेंगे बिना विलंब। धन्यवाद।
कोई प्रश्न? मोहित, टाइम नाउ।
Well, of course, that was BJP's Gaurav Bhatia raising several points after the fact that it was reported that, after all, Satyendra Jain's massage person is not a physiotherapist, but in fact a rape accused. We'll continue to track that particular story, but slipping into a short break right now on Live and Breaking.
He's Amir al-Mu'mineen and he is the head of all Muslimin, and it means Prince of Muslims, believers.
Mohammad Sharik was travelling in an auto rickshaw. 3 videos that Republic TV accessed and broke over the weekend. In 2017, we had stung a terror suspect called Abdullah Basit, who was part of an ISIS module.
These acts have been inspired and influenced by some terrorist organization which is having global presence.
Shocker coming in from Madhya Pradesh. The man killed allegedly for molesting a woman. A male skeleton of a youth has been found after 4 months. 2 casualties were reported after a goods train had derailed in Odisha, and rescue operations are underway at the site.
At least 15 people were reported injured after a multiple vehicle crash on the Mumbai-Bengaluru highway near the bridge in Pune.
I came in contact with Indian guys, Abu Hamza al-Muhajir from Gujarat. हाँ, इंडिया के थे, केरला के थे, तमिलनाडु के थे। तमिलनाडु के थे जो खतर में थे, दोहा में थे, दुबई में।
Following the arrest of Abdullah Basit and several others in that particular module from Karnataka, other sleeper cells that were still operating, and that's exactly what we are witnessing today.
These acts have been inspired and influenced by some terrorist organization which is having global presence.
An important day today because the Delhi police will like to conduct the narco test of Aftab. There will also be a polygraph test.
Sharik's family members were arriving in Mangaluru. Sharik is the accused in the Mangaluru blast case.
Police has said that Sharik had posed with the bomb before the blast, also saying that international test.
Republic TV accesses CCTV footage of the bomber, but the second suspect is still not traced. Republic gets a clincher lead in the Mangaluru blast case. Pumpwell flyover was the target of the bomber. Aam Aadmi Party Minister Satyendra Jain's Masu, not a physiotherapist, but is an accused of rape inside jail for allegedly raping a minor. The Republic news break on Tihar tapes gets bigger. Aam Aadmi Party's physiotherapy defence falls flat. Aftab is misleading investigators on locations of the severed body parts. The police custody is extended by 4 more days. Ahead of Gujarat elections, another jolt to the Congress party. Another leader quits the Congress and joins the BJP. Good morning. This is live and breaking on Republic TV. I'm Nupur Talwar Sori. Going straight to the leads that we have now accessed in the Mangaluru blast case, we are learning that Sharik, the main accused in this case, may have hid his identity and had posed to be a Hindu. Sharik used the name of a Hindu and tried to pose as one. Sharik used the background of the Isha Foundation on his WhatsApp DP. So essentially what we are now learning is that Sharik was using another identity to be able to hide his real intentions. Our sources in the police are also telling us that the real target of the attack was the Pumpwell flyover. We are given to understand that Sharik was hailing a rickshaw to that place and wanted to attack the flyover at rush hour. New details emerging seem to suggest that there was a huge Al-Hind model which was inspired essentially from the IS that was behind this Mangaluru blast case. We are given to understand that the police are now investigating the fact that Sharik may not have been working alone and that there was another accomplice who was involved in this case. Reports seem to suggest also the fact that this may have been a module that involved about 4 to 5 people. This is being called the Al-Hind model. Prajwal and Aneri are joining us. We're going to go across to them in just a bit. I think we've got Prajwal, who's reporting from the Shivamoga district, which has now assumed a great deal of importance in the probe in this case.
In place in the outskirts of Mangaluru city, in Kankanadi police station limits. Mangaluru city police commissioner teams have been investigating the case, and some unverified and random video where 2 boys have come near a wine shop and traveling on road is getting circulated in media and also social media. It is more circulated on social media. It is not a video which is having any connection with the case, and it is not the accused who is seen in that video where 2 boys are found going around. I appeal to all media, social media and everybody not to broadcast any, share any kind of unverified information.
So how responsive is the accused at this point in time? Has his condition improved from day one?
No, his condition as compared to day one now I cannot say, because doctors are not clearly saying any particular progress information. So treatment is under continuation. As it is a burn injury, it requires a longer duration of treatment because a lot of things will be associated with it.
Yeah.
About the victim of the incident, Purushottam Pujari, his condition is improving. So maybe in another few days he will be fit for discharge, is what has been told.
So you picked up many people.
We see that the accused had used various identities, like he also tried to protest that he is an Hindu. What do you have to say on that? What kind of further investigation has been taken up into all this?
No, on the very first day his identity was forged. He has tried to take the identity of a person from Hubli. That is clarified already that it is a forged identity. And beside that, wherever he has tried to forge his identity, we are investigating that also, and we have included relevant sections of the law.
Sir, his WhatsApp display picture was of that of a Shiva statue from Isha Foundation. Was this to further, mask his image?
Under his radar to target Isha Foundation also.
No, that will be found in the investigation. We are yet to interrogate him. And with whatever information we have got through various other evidences, we are continuing the investigation.
So his display being of Isha Foundation, does this mean he visited, Isha Foundation while he was in Coimbatore? Any of that information that you have?
That our IO is investigating. I will take information about that and get back to you.
Part of your investigation?
Definitely, everything. See, it is a comprehensive investigation. Where it is, we were wanting his identity to be established, which is established yesterday. And from the very minute of incident, we have been trying to investigate from all angles, and we have taken support and assistance of other agencies also.
Any official arrest, sir? Any official arrest?
Also, sir, because there are reports saying that there were people who were helping him from Kerala also.
No, see, wherever he has travelled, whichever place he has visited, we will investigate.
So that's the latest that we are hearing from the Karnataka police on this case. The police saying that they are investigating all angles of what really happened. They're also looking into what perhaps was the target of this. Now, what we are given to understand is that this is still under investigation, and about 5 suspects have been picked up. I'm going to try and go across to our correspondents on the ground to give us more details in terms of the police investigation. There is Prajwal, who's reporting from Shivamogga, and Aneri, who was earlier reporting from Mangaluru as well. I'm going to go across first to interview that we've had.
With the Home Minister of Karnataka, Mr. Araga Gnanendra, in his hometown Tirthalli, and on the backdrop of the blast which had taken place in Mangaluru and the recent terror activities which had happened in the state, let's go across and get his first reaction. Sir, ivaga Mangaluru blast do ಒಂದು ತುಂಬಾ ಸುದ್ದಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ನೆನ್ನೆ ADGP ಅವರನ್ನು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರು. ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಏನು ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಸರ್, ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಬಯಸ್ತೀರಾ?
ನೋಡಿ, ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಕುಕ್ಕರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಆತ ಬಾಂಬನ್ನು ಕೊಂಡೊಯ್ಯುವಾಗ ಬ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅವನಿಗೆ 45% ಬರ್ನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ರಿಕ್ಷಾ ಡ್ರೈವರಿಗೆ ಕೂಡ ಸುಮಾರು 25% ಬರ್ನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ನನಗೆ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಇದೆ. ಆತ ಯಾವುದೋ ಜನನಿಬಿಡ ಪ್ರದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಇಟ್ಟು ಅದನ್ನು ಬ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದ. ಜನರ ಅದೃಷ್ಟವಶಾತ್ ಅವನನ್ನೇ ಆಹುತಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳುವಂಥ ಕೆಲಸ ಆಯಿತು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇದನ್ನು ಬಹಳ ಗಂಭೀರವಾಗಿ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಇಲಾಖೆ. ಮೈಸೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ರೈಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಮಂಗಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನ ಚಲನಗಳನ್ನು ವೀಕ್ಷಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ಅವನು ಹಿಂದೂ ಹೆಸರನ್ನ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಓಡಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅನೇಕರು ಅವನಿಗೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಹಿಂದೂ ಹೆಸರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಕನಿಕರದಿಂದ ಕೊಡಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ತೀರ್ಥಹಳ್ಳಿಯಿಂದ ಹೋಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಆತನ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ರಕ್ತ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಗಳು ಅವನ್ನ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
So all his relatives who had gone from Tirthalli to the hospital yesterday have identified that he is Sharik.
ಈಗ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಈ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತೀವ್ರತರವಾದಂಥ ತನಿಖೆ ಕೇಂದ್ರೀಯ ತನಿಖಾ ದಳ ಮತ್ತು ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಪೊಲೀಸರು ಎಲ್ಲ
The cops are intensifying the investigations along with the central agencies.
ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಭೇಟಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ.
All right, so that was our interview with the Home Minister. We're going to get you more details on that. Also coming up next, the Republic news break on the Tihar tapes gets bigger. The Aam Aadmi Party's physiotherapy defense collapses completely.
Shocker coming in from Madhya Pradesh. The man killed allegedly for molesting a woman. A male skeleton of a youth has been found after 4 months. 2 casualties were reported after a goods train had derailed in Odisha, and rescue operations are underway at the site.
At least 15 people were reported injured after a multiple vehicle crash on the Mumbai-Bengaluru highway near the bridge in Pune.
अबू हमजा मुहाजिर फ्रॉम गुजरात. हाँ, इंडिया के थे, केरला के थे, तमिलनाडु के थे जो कतर में थे, दोहा में थे, दुबई.
Following the arrest of Abdullah Basit and several others in that particular module from Karnataka, other sleeper cells that were still operating, and that's exactly what we are witnessing today.
These acts have been inspired and influenced by some terrorist organization which is having global presence.
An important day today because the Delhi police will like to conduct the narco test of Aftab. There will also be a polygraph test.
Shariq's family members were arriving in Mangaluru. Shariq is the accused in the Mangaluru blast case.
Police has said that Shariq had posed with the bomb before the blast, also saying that international terror plot has been exposed.
Several people, including 8 children, were killed on Sunday after a truck rammed into a roadside settlement in Bihar's Vaishali district.
Very shocking incident coming to light from UP, where ex-lover has been arrested in killing of a woman whose body was chopped and found in a well.
BJP MLA MP Kumaraswamy was beaten up by angry villagers near the Kudur district in Mudiger. Sources said that there was a public outcry against the authorities. A quick look at what's making news this morning. Delhi's Saket Court has extended the police custody of Aftab Poonawalla for the next 4 days in the Shraddha Walkar murder case. He was produced before a court in a special hearing today. Meanwhile, the main accused, Aftab Poonawalla, told the court that the incident happened in a fit of rage. Republic TV has accessed another CCTV footage. Mangaluru blast. Now, following claims by the Aam Aadmi Party that the massage being received by the jailed Delhi Minister Satyendra Jain was by a physiotherapist, new information has emerged that alleges that the masseur is the person accused of rape of a minor and currently jailed in Tihar since April this year. Sources at Tihar jail have said that Satyendra Jain is currently requires visit of many masseurs visited by the jail minister is a person named Rinku, who is charged under Section 6 of the POCSO Act.
झाके रे झाके झरोखे से झाके हैरत से आंखें अपनी सी दुनिया नई रंगी लागे ख्यालों की खिड़की से मन कूदे भागे झाके रे झाके झरोखे से झाके देख के दम है छोटे बड़े सारे झाके रे झाके हर कोई ताके तरक्की को टुक टुक हर कोई ताके झाके रे झाके
Reimagineering brighter futures with smarter steels. ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel India. Smarter steels, brighter futures.
30 to 40% of the people who didn't even know they had diabetes had soaring sugar levels.
To help India beat diabetes, BITO has collaborated with Lions Club International to conduct diabetes screening camps all over India to create awareness and control this silent epidemic.
आपने शुगर चेक की क्या?
Get your diabetes care program with a free BITO glucometer. Give a missed call on 740-1100.
I came in contact with Indian guys, Abu Hamza and Mohali from Gujarat. हाँ, इंडिया के थे, केरला के थे, तमिलनाडु के थे, तमिलनाडु के थे जो कतर में थे, दोहा में थे, दुबई में।
Following the arrest of Abdullah Basit and several others in that particular module from Karnataka, other sleeper cells that were still operating, and that's exactly what we are witnessing today.
These acts have been inspired and influenced by some terrorist organization which is having global presence.
Following a video of the Aam Aadmi Party MLA Gulab Singh Yadav being beaten up by AAP workers and being chased out emerged over the cash for ticket scam in the national capital, with the BJP taking to social media to release a specific poster in the wake of these allegations. Days after making shocking allegations against the party, former MLA Kamini Ba Rathod will be joining the BJP today. This after she resigned from the Congress party ahead of the assembly elections in Gujarat. The ex-Dehgaam legislator had alleged that money was being demanded from her for a ticket. Raids are being conducted by the Income Tax Department at the residence of BRS Minister Malareddu, his son and son-in-law. Officials were further seen at Malareddy University and other properties of the Telangana Labour Minister.
To 40% of the people who didn't even know they had diabetes had soaring sugar levels.
To help India beat diabetes, BITO has collaborated with Lions Club International to conduct diabetes screening camps all over India to create awareness and control this silent epidemic.
आपने शुगर चेक की क्या?
Get your diabetes care program with a free BITO glucometer. Give a missed call on 740-1100.
An important day today because the Delhi police will like to conduct the narco test of Aftab. There will also be a polygraph test.
Shariq's family members were arriving in Mangaluru. Shariq is the accused in the Mangaluru blast case.
Police has said that Shariq had posed with the bomb before the blast, also saying that international terror plot has been exposed.
Several people, including 8 children, were killed on Sunday after a truck rammed into a roadside settlement in Bihar's Baishari district.
Very shocking incident coming to light from UP, where ex-lover has been arrested in killing of a woman whose body was chopped and found in a well.
BJP MLA MP Kumaraswamy was beaten up by angry villagers near the Kudhur district in Mudiger. Sources said that there was a public outcry against the authorities.
He's Amir al-Mu'mineen and he is the head of all Muslimin, and it means Prince of Muslims, believers.
Mohammad Shariq was traveling in an auto rickshaw. 3 videos that Republic TV accessed and broke over the weekend. In 2017, we had stung a terror suspect called Abdullah Basit, who was part of an ISIS module.
These acts have been inspired and influenced by some terrorist organization which is having global presence.
Well, it is all about the FIFA fever, and Saudi Arabia and, of course, Argentina are going to clash. I'm going to give you all the lowdown about what to expect from this match. When we talk about the venue, it's going to be at the Lusail Iconic Stadium, and the time is going to be 3:30 p.m. IST. Now, let's talk about what Argentina has in store. Now, aim of adding global glory to their Copa America crown, of course, been sublime under the guidance of head coach and, of course, Lionel Scaloni, now aiming to open their account with the minimum of fuss. Now, on the other hand, when we talk about who they're taking on, Saudi Arabia, no players in any of the European top leagues, so that could be a little bit of a problem, but played 10 friendlies since June, winning only twice, so we will have to wait and watch what that strategy is going to be like. Of course, a key player to watch out for when you think of Argentina has to be Lionel Messi. Now, he's been directly involved in 26 goals in all competitions. Now, also could be his final World Cup. So, of course, fans will be looking to watch this one out. And he's determined to become a world champion with his country. But on the other hand, Messi failed to register a knockout stage goal in his previous 4 World Cups. So, we'll have to wait and watch how this one pans out for him. But on the other hand, Saudi Arabia's key player would be Saleh Al-Sarri. Now, will be looking to make his mark in the Qatar team. Now netted from all 4 of his shots on target in the AFC third round qualifiers. Now these are of course the key players. Who are you watching and who are you rooting for? Do let us know. Several people, including 8 children, were killed on Sunday after a truck rammed into a roadside settlement in Bihar's Baishari district.
Very shocking incident coming to light from UP, where ex-lover has been arrested in killing of a woman whose body was chopped and found in a well.
BJP MLA MP Kumaraswamy was beaten up by angry villagers near the Kudur district in Mudigere. Sources said that there was a public outcry against the authorities.
He's Amir al-Mu'mineen and he is the head of all Muslimin and it means Prince of Muslims, believers.
Mohammad Sharik was traveling in an auto rickshaw. 3 videos that Republic TV accessed and broke over the weekend. In 2017, we had stung a terror suspect called Abdullah Basit, who was part of an ISIS module.
These acts have been inspired and influenced by some terrorist organization which is having global presence.
Shocker coming in from Madhya Pradesh. The man killed allegedly for molesting a woman. A male skeleton of a youth has been found after 4 months. 2 casualties were reported after a goods train had derailed in Odisha, and rescue operations are underway at the site.
At least 15 people were reported injured after a multiple vehicle crash on the Mumbai-Bengaluru highway near the bridge in Pune.
came in contact with Indian guys, Abu Hamza al-Muhajir from Gujarat. हाँ, इंडिया के थे, केरला के थे, तमिलनाडु के थे, जो खतर में थे, दोहा में थे, दुबई।
Welcome back. Now, Argentina's latest quest for international glory kicks off as the South American nation begin their World Cup 2022 Group C campaign against Saudi Arabia at the Lusail iconic stadium. Argentina have 2 World Cups in their cabinet from 1978 and 1986, while Saudi Arabia are aiming to make waves in a difficult group and avoid an expected 4th-placed finish.
An advanced guard of Argentinian football fans chanted their certainty that Lionel Messi's last World Cup will end in success ahead of the Latin American side becoming the first to set up their base camp in Qatar. Scores of fans gathered at the World Cup countdown clock on Doha's seafront chanting Messi's name and waving flags 13 days before the tournament starts as bemused police watch the mounting football fever in the Gulf state. After more than a decade of treating Messi as a vessel for their expectations, Argentina are finally beginning to ask not what Messi can do for them, but what they can do for Messi. With potentially tricky group games coming up against Mexico and Poland, Argentina will be aiming to open their account with a minimum of fuss. There should be no shocks with Argentina's exceptional forward line likely to rack up the goals and Saudi Arabia unlikely to be able to trouble them. Agency report for Republic TV.
You are watching Republic TV, and up next, Republic TV gets a clincher lead in the Mangaluru blast. Pumpwell flyover was the target of the bomber.
He's Amir al-Mu'mineen and he is the head of all Muslimin and it means Prince of Muslims, believers.
Mohammad Sharik was traveling in an auto rickshaw. 3 videos that Republic TV accessed and broke over the weekend. In 2017, we had stung a terror suspect called Abdullah Basit, who was part of an ISIS module.
These acts have been inspired and influenced by some terrorist organization which is having global presence.
Shocker coming in from Madhya Pradesh. The man killed allegedly for molesting a woman, a male skeleton of a youth has been found after 4 months. 2 casualties were reported after a goods train had derailed in Odisha, and rescue operations are underway at the site.
At least 15 people were reported injured after a multiple vehicle crash on the Mumbai-Bengaluru highway near the bridge in Pune.
I came in contact with Indian guys, Abu Hamza and Mohali from Gujarat. हाँ, इंडिया के थे, केरला के थे, तमिलनाडु के थे, जो खतर में थे, दोहा में थे, दुबई।
Following the arrest of Abdullah Basit and several others in that particular module from Karnataka, other sleeper cells that were still operating, and that's exactly what we are witnessing today.
These acts have been inspired and influenced by some terrorist organization which is having global presence.
An important day today because the Delhi police will like to conduct the narco test of Aftab. There will also be a polygraph.
Good afternoon and welcome. You're watching live and breaking on Republic TV. I'm Nupur Talwar Suri. Do stay with us as we're going to be shortly interviewing Kalyan Chaubey, the AIFF president, on the presence of Zakir Naik in Qatar as the World Cup is on. Stay with us for that and more. Here are the headlines. Republic TV accesses CCTV footage of the bomber, but the second suspect is still not traced. Republic gets a clincher lead in the Mangaluru blast. Pumpwell flyover was the target of the bomber. Aam Aadmi Party's Minister Satyendra Jain's Masu is not a physiotherapist, but he's in jail facing charges of rape. The Republic news break on the Tihar tapes gets bigger. The Aam Aadmi Party's physiotherapy defence falls flat. Aftab misleading investigators on the location of severed body parts, police custody extended by 4 days. Ahead of the Gujarat polls, another jolt to the Congress party. Kamini Ba quits the Congress and joins the BJP. Well, fugitive Zakir Naik, who's facing allegations of money laundering, backing terror-related activities and hate speeches in India, is set to give religious lectures at the 2022 Federation International Football Association's World Cup that's taking place in Qatar. Now, joining us right now is Mr. Kalyan Chaubey. He's the president of the AIFF. He's joining us live from Doha in Qatar. Mr. Chaubey, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. How do you see this, Mr. Chaubey? The fact of the matter is that Zakir Naik in India is accused of money laundering. He's accused of giving hate speeches in India. And it's not just in India. There are other countries where he's banned as well. Do you think that FIFA should be made to answer for this?
See, since I'm heading a national football federation, and there are certain protocol and restriction that I cannot comment on this, but definitely I can say that FIFA always encourage football unites the world, and it has always football plays that role across the world. And I, being an ex-football player, I also support unity through football. So if anything is divisive, that should not be encouraged.
And he's as devices can get, Mr. Chaubey. The fact of the matter is that his hate speeches and his television programs are not just banned in India, they're banned in the United Kingdom, they're banned in other countries as well. Just to name a few, of course, we are given to understand they're banned in Bangladesh, Sri Lanka and Canada as well. So why then must he be allowed to preach in Qatar during the time that the World Cup is on, and he's been called specifically for that purpose?
No, once again, I'm saying, Mr. Kapoor, that I being the heading Indian Football Federation, and I'm right now in Qatar and representing India in World Forum, so I cannot comment anything on media regarding this. If there is anything to say, I will speak into that. Thank you very much.
Right, absolutely. I just also wanted to get your point of view on the fact that the Indian government, we are now learning, will certainly raise this issue. We've spoken to the minister, Mr. Puri. He says that, yes, we will be raising this issue with Qatar. But we have, of course, seen, footballers across the world take stands on issues that should be uniting people. Just for instance, the Iranian team yesterday did not stand up for their national anthem, did not sing their national anthem, rather. And that is something that was received as a gesture of protest. Do you think that footballers should, and the federation that represents India, should be raising this issue?
That we can discuss internally with the government, with the foreign ministry, and with the concerned department. And definitely whatever need to be said, the spokesperson will say on that. Thank you very much.
All right. So what you are saying is that you will raise this issue, and this is something that can be discussed. But given his antecedents, do you think that, someone like him should have been invited by Qatar to speak and to spread religion in Qatar? What are your own thoughts on it?
No, I cannot. I see when you are in a chair, you cannot share your personal thought or own thought. I would speak only what the government of India or Indian Football Federation believe or need to be said. So right now, I am holding my comment. I'm not saying anything on this particular issue. I can only say that football has many good things to be discussed. And Qatar has developed several state-of-the-art modern stadiums with air-conditioned facilities and huge investment on infrastructure, science and technology. I met a couple of Indian engineers here last evening. Honorable Vice President of India, Sri Jagdeep Dhankarji, was here. We met in an Indian embassy meeting. So, there are several good things, and Indian engineers has contributed well in terms of intellect and education. So I think we can also see what is the best thing we can take out from this football tournament. And also India has the potential to have its presence globally. And football can be one of that medium for India to portray its talent, potential, and other areas of superiority.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Mr. Kalyan Chaube, appreciate your speaking to us, even though you did not talk much about the issue that is being raised back home in India about Zakir Naik. But we understand that because you're in an official capacity over there representing the Federation. Thank you very much for joining us, Mr. Chaube.
Thank you.
So what we're also hearing right now from the Indian government on this is that this is an issue that is likely to be raised with Qatar. Now, do remember that Zakir Naik faces cases back home in India. He faces a case of money laundering that has been filed by the Enforcement Directorate. There are other cases that he faces, including hate speeches that he has made. Now, he's a Malaysian national. He, of course, also, by the way, is not allowed in Malaysia to speak at public gatherings. So it's not just India, which has over and over again said that he needs to be restrained. Just to tell our viewers that he fled to Malaysia in 2016, just before the NIA started its probe against the religious preacher. In fact, he is someone through his speeches is believed to have influenced the Dhaka bombing at the Holy Artisan Bakery that killed 20 and the Easter bombings in Sri Lanka that killed over 250 people in 2019. Going on to the big story that we've been tracking since this morning about the Mangaluru blast. Now, the mystery we are given to understand over the identity of the main accused in this case is now deepening. We are now learning that he actually tried to hide his identity and pose as a Hindu. He used the name of Hindu and tries to pose as one. He also used the background of the Isha Foundation as his WhatsApp DP. We are given to understand that the main idea of Sharik and the module that he was operating for was to create communal unrest by posing as a Hindu and planting that bomb. Now, we have been getting more details in terms of what the target of the bomb essentially was, and we were learning that the target of that bomb was a flyover, and he was heading to that place when the bomb exploded in the auto rickshaw in which he was traveling. Prajwal is reporting on it from Shivamoga, and so is Aneri. She's, of course, bringing us the latest from Mangaluru. I'm going to go across first to Prajwal on this one. Now, Prajwal, the police investigation seems to reveal the fact that he was he had a fake identity that he was using, and he was also using he was posing rather as a Hindu and was essentially trying to use the background of the Isha Foundation. Tell us more about what you've learned from your sources within the police. All right, I'm going to go to Aneri, but first let's play out that conversation that Prajwal earlier had with the Karnataka Home Minister.
We're with the Home Minister of Karnataka, Mr. Aragga Gnanendra, in his hometown, Tirthalli, and on the backdrop of the blast which had taken place in Mangaluru and the recent terror activities which had happened in the state. Let's go across and get his first reaction. Sir, ivaga Mangaluru blast du ಒಂದು ತುಂಬಾ ಸುದ್ದಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ನೆನ್ನೆ ADGP ಅವರನ್ನು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರು. ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಏನು ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಸರ್, ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಬಯಸ್ತೀರಾ?
ನೋಡಿ, ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಕುಕ್ಕರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಆತ ಬಾಂಬನ್ನು ಕೊಂಡೊಯ್ಯುವಾಗ ಬ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅವನಿಗೆ 45% ಬರ್ನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ರಿಕ್ಷಾ ಡ್ರೈವರಿಗೆ ಕೂಡ ಸುಮಾರು 25% ಬರ್ನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ನನಗೆ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಇದೆ. ಆತ ಯಾವುದೋ ಜನನಿಬಿಡ ಪ್ರದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಇಟ್ಟು ಅದನ್ನು ಬ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದ. ಜನರ ಅದೃಷ್ಟವಶಾತ್ ಅವನನ್ನೇ ಆಹುತಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳುವಂಥ ಕೆಲಸ ಆಯಿತು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇದನ್ನು ಬಹಳ ಗಂಭೀರವಾಗಿ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಇಲಾಖೆ. ಮೈಸೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ರೈಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಮಂಗಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನ ಚಲನಗಳನ್ನು ವೀಕ್ಷಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ಅವನು ಹಿಂದೂ ಹೆಸರನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಓಡಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅನೇಕರು ಅವನಿಗೆ ಸಹಾಯನೂ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಯಾತ್ರೆಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ, ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಏನೋ ಸಿಮ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಹಿಂದೂ ಹೆಸರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಕನಿಕರದಿಂದ ಕೊಡಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ತನಿಖೆಗೆ ಒಳಪಡಿಸಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ನಿನ್ನೆ ತೀರ್ಥಹಳ್ಳಿಯಿಂದ ಹೋಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಆತನ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ರಕ್ತ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಗಳು ಅವನ್ನ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಯಾರು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ. ಕಳೆದ ಕೆಲವಾರು ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಅವನು ತಲೆಮರೆಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ತಿರುಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ. ಈಗ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಈ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತೀವ್ರತರವಾದಂಥ ತನಿಖೆ ಕೇಂದ್ರೀಯ ತನಿಖಾ ದಳ ಮತ್ತು ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಪೊಲೀಸರು ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಂಗಳೂರಿಗೆ ನಾನು DG
All right. So the minister over there saying that this seems to be a larger conspiracy that was at play. Details that have now emerged seem to suggest that the Al-Hind module, which has been inspired by the IS, was behind this. This was a module which had handlers who were based out of India. That's at least what the police is saying for now. They're looking at transactions that were made. And the police, of course, have detained about 4 to 5 people for questioning. Those are still being questioned. One of them, of course, was detained from Mangaluru. But let's listen into what the police so far have said about the investigation and where it has reached.
In continuation with the investigation of the explosion case which has taken place in the outskirts of Mangaluru city in Kankanadi police station limits, Mangaluru city police commissioner teams have been investigating the case, and some unverified and random video where 2 boys have come near a wine shop and traveling on road is getting circulated in media and also social media. More it is more circulated on social media. It is not a video which is having any connection with the case, and it is not the accused who is seen in that video where 2 boys are found going around.
Aneri is reporting on this from Mangaluru. Aneri, give us more details in terms of where the police have reached with their investigation. They did detain about 4 or 5 people for questioning. One of them, of course, was detained from Mangaluru.
Well, that's right. We have been seeing that how there's a massive investigation which is being done by the police, and also in the meantime we also see that just some time from now the Commissioner of Police Mangaluru had arrived here at the hospital here where the accused Sharik is here admitted and undergoing treatment. But what the police commissioner has to say is that they are further investigating into the matter, and when we asked about any national agencies being involved into this matter for the investigation, he says as of now it will be the Karnataka police who will be investigating the matter, and also about various identities being used by Sharik. We also see that his WhatsApp profile picture was of an Hindu idol, Hindu god, and he also tried to change various identities during the course of time. But now this has been a major development where we see that the police commissioner has stated that the Sharik is still under recovery, he is still undergoing treatment, and also the victim is doing better now. But we will have to wait and watch what further investigation will be taken up, because it's the only Karnataka police who is investigating as of now into this matter, and they say that they are looking into all the angles, everything is being looked into this matter. But now what we are also being told is that the CCTV footage which was being circulated, the police commissioner says that it is not verified. We will be looking into it, and also what we have been learning is that there are further the Sharik used to travel to various locations. He was stationed at various places. He was at Coimbatore, he was in various other locations. He also traveled to Mangaluru by bus, and then at a bus stand he traveled there, and then from there he used an auto, after which we saw that a cooker blast was taken place here in Mangaluru, in the city outskirts. So definitely a big investigation has been taken up by the police officials. They say that relevant sections are being booked, and once Sharik is in a situation to respond, they will be further investigating into the matter. And also most likely once he is doing well and keeping well, then it is mostly possible that he could be taken for the scene recreation, because that is also one of the very important aspects into all of this matter, because we have been seeing how this case has been turning out into, because Sharik also used an Hindu idol as his WhatsApp profile picture, social media profile picture, and also he used to communicate and all that with WhatsApp. So many questions are yet to be answered into this matter, because we see that the way of his communication is also yet to be established, how he used to whom he used to contact, and various other things is yet to be established. So in the further course of time, definitely this is going to be very important in regard with where the funding came from, how did he coordinate, whom he was in contact with, who was supporting him. Many larger questions being raised into this matter now.
Now, the other part of the story, Aneri, is also the fact that the main accused in this case was someone who had skipped bail, and the other four also did seem to have cases against them. So questions also being raised as to, how the police did not keep an eye on them in terms of being able to track these people who did have antecedents.
That's right. We also see that, the police definitely is saying that they are looking into all the aspects, and also further there will be further investigation into this matter, because this is not a small incident. Because earlier also we had seen that there was a blast which had taken place in Coimbatore in Tamil Nadu, and now we see that another blast in the outskirts of Mangaluru. So definitely we have to see, and will there be further arrest into this matter? What kind of investigation will be taken up into this matter? So definitely more questions being raised in regard with the investigation part, because we see that there are few questions which are also to be answered, because he was out on bail, and then how all of this planning went on, and why was he left, and many larger questions being raised. So definitely we'll have to wait and watch in regard with the further inquiry, further investigation once Sharik is recovered. Well, however, the family members have identified him that he is the one, and now we'll have to wait and watch once he recovers what would be the next course of action, and what more could be the possibility, because he was also planning. What we are being told is that the accused was planning for a much bigger terror plot, is what we are being told, to create a panic-like situation, tension-like situation in the city. So definitely this could be a much bigger thing, but yes, as of now we see that was a cooker blast which happened in the outskirts of Mangaluru.
All right, Aneri, of course, is bringing us all those details. Aneri, what we are also given to understand is that the police perhaps are looking at a foreign handler who was involved in this, and they're also looking at funding perhaps coming in from the Middle East. Any more information that you can share with us on that?
Well, Nupur, we have been seeing that definitely question also remains is that from where was the funding being done, who was he in contact with, and how did he communicate, various questions being raised. But yes, now what we are also being told is that that there could be an Al-Hind terror module which would be the possibility into this matter, and also there could be a funding which would be coming in from the Middle East or so. So we'll have to wait and watch in that regard. But yes, funding and also how he used to communicate, with whom he was in contact with all of these years, and what was their main ideology and what was their main aim is also remains to be seen.
All right. Now, Aneri, what we're also given to understand is that these people, at least 3 or 4 of them, and the one person who's been detained in Mangaluru, was also traveling to various parts of the country. We were also learning earlier that the main accused in this case, of course, Shariq did travel to Kerala as well. That's a breaking news update that we are just getting. We are going to go across to our correspondent in Thiruvananthapuram, Ashwin, in just a bit to get more details on that. But Aneri, we also wanted to ask you about the high alert that was put in place in Mangaluru, as well as, you know, certain districts of Dakhin Kannada district. Can you tell us more about that?
That's right, Nupur. A high alert has been put in place after this blast which has taken place in the city outskirts in Mangaluru. We see that the police has put an high alert in many sensitive areas, especially in Mangaluru city. We see that there's an high alert in Shivamogga. We also see that there's an high alert, and also many critical places, especially in the Dakshin Kannada region. High alert has been sounded by the police officials. So definitely we will have to wait and watch, because they had an idea. Shariq also looked at having a bigger terror plot also is a larger question, because their aim was to create panic among the people. They wanted to make sure they wanted to create a panic-like situation. So definitely,
and that was the target. That's what we are learning. Neri, stay with us. A breaking news update that we are just getting now. There is a Kerala connection that is also emerging. We are now learning that the main accused in this case also stayed at Aluva between the 13th to the 18th of September. Ashwin is joining us right now. He has more details on this. Ashwin, tell us more about what you are learning about his stay in Kerala.
Well, Nupur, I'm right now in Kochi, and what we gather from the sources from the intelligence agencies is that between September 13th and September 18th, Shariq has in fact stayed at the suburbs of Kochi at a place called Aluva. Now, Aluva is about 50 kilometers away from the Kochi International Airport. Now, it is also understood that he has met with several people. Now, the agencies are tight-lipped about the information of whereabouts, about what kind of people he has met and their background, because the search is right now going on. Also, while we are speaking, there is a high-level intelligence team meeting also that is going on in Kochi. And we are also getting to gather that some of the railway officials have been also called in to brief about certain kind of vigil that needs to be taken into consideration as well. But what is very important is the fact that there is definitely a Kerala connection. Shafiq the accused has come here to Aluva, stayed in Aluva for 5 days. Now, whether he has stayed in one particular spot or whether he has been in different spots, whether he has stayed in different spots, is what needs to be ascertained. But what we definitely confirm by now is that 5 days he has stayed in Aluva. The dates are between September 13th and 18th.
Now, any information that you can give us with regards to whether the Kochi police is also investigating this case now and has joined the investigation? Because in the past we have seen detentions being made from other parts in terms of this particular case. One was made from Mangaluru, others also from Shivamogga.
Well, absolutely. The anti-terror squad of the Kerala police is definitely working extensively over here, because what we get to gather is that they have been going to different spots in Alua in connection with this. There have been multiple spots they have visited as well in Alua. Remember, Alua is one place there has been radical Islamic elements which has come. And that is the reason why Alua is now becoming an important center for the ATS. Now, saying that, the ATS team members, along with some of the key central agency officials and also the state IB officials, are all meeting today as we speak, just about 1 kilometer away from where I am. And what we are getting together is a high security meeting that is happening, and there are some crucial information that are being exchanged, because in the time we will get from our sources what will unravel, because the whereabouts of the accused being in Kerala for 5 days is definitely raising the bar. It's definitely raising many eyebrows, and the agencies are carefully monitoring the situation and also looking at whether there has been any accomplices from this very spot in Alua as well before.
Absolutely. Ashwin, of course, bringing us the latest in terms of how the police in Kerala and the anti-terrorism squad over there are looking at new revelations that have been made. Aneri, back to you now. Aneri, give us details in terms of the people who have been detained. Now, we understand that about 5 people have been detained in this case, and their linkages to the main accused in this case are being looked upon very closely.
That's right, Nupur. We see that 5 people have been detained into this matter, but we also will have to wait and watch, because the police says that they are interrogating into this matter. Questioning is going on in regard with their connections and what sort of aim was they wanted, and what sort of they were planning, and also at the same time, what remains is that we'll have to wait till Sharik gives a statement, because he is right now undergoing treatment at the hospital here in Mangaluru hospital, and also at the same time we see that once he is in a situation to give a statement, then we could there could be a further more developments coming into this matter. But yes, 5 people have been detained into this matter. They say that there are further questionings going on, and also at the same time, not to forget, Sharik was used an Hindu profile and Hindu idol profile as his profile picture, and also at the same time we have been seeing that they wanted to create a communal unrest among the people, and that is why that was their one big aim which they were looking at. And now we see that the police officials continue to state that it will be the Karnataka police who will be investigating. So as of now, national agencies are not yet stepped into this matter, but yes, definitely this could be a bigger terror plot which they were planning to after this Mangaluru city blast which happened in the outskirts on the Saturday evening. So now we have to, because the victim also, the auto driver victim is also undergoing treatment. Police officials say that he is he is recovering, but we'll have to, main person is Sharik. So he was seen also posing with a cooker. There was a photo which has been circulated where Sharik was seen with a cooker ID with him, and also after which we see that blast took place.
All right, Aneri reporting on that. Thank you very much for joining us. So Aneri as well as Ashwin, both of you, thank you for bringing us the latest details on this. You're watching Republic TV. We step into a very short break. On the other side, we're going to be bringing you more news, including the latest on the Aam Aadmi Party Minister Satyendra Jain's Masood, who's not a physiotherapist but is accused of allegedly raping a minor. And also coming up next, Aftab is misleading investigators on the location of the severed body parts of Shraddha. The police custody is extended by 4 days.
40% of the people who didn't even know they had diabetes had soaring sugar levels.
To help India beat diabetes, Beto has collaborated with Lions Club International to conduct diabetes screening camps all over India to create awareness and control this silent epidemic.
आपने शुगर चेक की क्या?
Get your diabetes care program with a free Beto glucometer. Give a missed call on 740-1100.
Shocker shocker coming in from Madhya Pradesh. The man killed allegedly for molesting a woman. A male skeleton of a youth has been found after 4 months. 2 casualties were reported after a goods train had derailed in Odisha, and rescue operations are underway at the site.
At least 15 people were reported injured after a multiple vehicle crash on the Mumbai-Bengaluru highway near the bridge in Pune.
I came in contact with Indian guys, Abu Hamza and Mohali from Gujarat. हाँ, इंडिया के थे, केरला के थे, तमिलनाडु के भी थे, जो कतर में थे, दोहा में थे, दुबई।
Following the arrest of Abdullah Basit and several others in that particular module from Karnataka, other sleeper cells that were still operating, and that's exactly what we are witnessing today.
These acts have been inspired and influenced by some terrorist organization which is having global presence.
An important day today because the Delhi police will like to conduct the narco test of Aftab. There will also be a polygraph test.
Shariq's family members were arriving in Mangaluru. Shariq is the accused.
Who has more at stake? Whose promises resonate?
कांग्रेस के समय में घोटाले गिनना मुश्किल है और भाजपा के समय में घोटाले ढूंढना मुश्किल है.
And who will make it on counting day?
इनको वोट दोगे ये आपके बच्चों को जहरीली शराब पिलाएंगे. मुझे वोट दोगे मैं आपके बच्चों के लिए स्कूल बनाऊंगा, आपके बच्चों को नौकरी दूंगा.
डबल इंजन की सिर्फ बातें हैं, आगे बढ़ाने की कोई बात नहीं.
December 8th with Arnab.
Thanks for tuning in this Tuesday afternoon. We are live and breaking. I'm Samiksha Srivastava. Straight up starting with the top headlines. Republic gets a clincher lead in Mangaluru blast. Pumpfell flyover was a target of the bomber. AAP Minister Satyendra Jain's Masua was a physiotherapist, not a physiotherapist, but a raper inside jail for allegedly raping a minor. Republic newsbreak on Tihar tapes gets bigger. Aam Aadmi Party's physiotherapy defense collapses completely. Aftab misleading investigators on location of a severed head, police custody extended by 5 more days. Ahead of the Gujarat polls, another jolt to the Congress. Kamini Ba quits Congress and joins the BJP. And straight up starting with breaking news coming in on Zakir Naik's presence at the World Cup in Qatar. In fact, Hardeep Puri has responded on Zakir Naik. He said that the country will be taking up this issue and that he is very sure that India will be taking this up. Though he is a Malaysian national and all our views for him are same, but Indian government will definitely take it up. So that's the first government response coming in on hate preacher Zakir Naik, who is present at the FIFA World Cup to give sermons. So the Union Minister assuring strong action, saying that India will be taking up this matter. So that's a big response coming in. Let's also play out that reaction coming in from Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri.
India took it up and will take it up, but the point is he's a Malaysian national, yeah. I mean, he's a Malaysian national, you invite him to somewhere, etc. Whether they knew, I have no knowledge of that. I have as much access to information as you are. You can ask me my views on Zakir Naik. My views and your views are the same on that. I'm sure India took it up and will take it up. But the point is, he's a Malaysian national, yeah. I mean, he's a Malaysian national. You invite him to somewhere, etc. Whether they knew, I have no knowledge of that. I have as much access to information as you are. You can ask me my views on Zakir Naik. My views and your views are the same on that.
All right, so the first government response coming in on the presence of hate preacher Zakir Naik at the FIFA World Cup. Amandeep getting us that reaction of Hardeep Singh Puri. Amandeep, if you could once again talk to us as to what the Union Minister had to say, assuring that India will be taking up action when it comes to the hate preacher attending the FIFA World Cup.
Well, absolutely, Samiksha. The statement of Union Minister Hardeep Puri makes it very clear that intent of Indian national is very much clear on the Zakir Naik Qatar visit, and in fact they will take up, and they had already taken up this issue several times. This was the intent of Union Minister Hardeep Puri, though it was a very strong statement, and the first statement came out from the side of the Union government against Zakir Naik's visit. And even the two lines that Hardeep Puri stated about the Zakir Naik is that India is very much aware about Zakir Naik, that he's always delivered the hate speeches, and India has taken up and will take up this issue, and this issue is not going to die down. This is a very strong statement, and now just wait and watch that how Indian nation will take up this issue with the Qatar, or it will be take up on the different platforms, that how Zakir Naik is being officially invited, and even he was invited to deliver the speeches, in fact the hate speeches, though Hardeep Puri made it very clear that he is a Malaysian national and even he can be invited anywhere, but raising a strong objection over this entire action of Qatar as well, that how he was officially invited, and even India will not remain silent on this entire issue. India will definitely take up this issue on the different platforms. This is the intention of the Indian government, Samiksha, that Indian government is not going to remain silent on these kinds of issues, and that is the reason Hardeep Puri has, without thinking in a single second, he has given this statement against Zakir Naik.
Well, absolutely, Amandeep. And just a short while back, we also spoke to the AIFF chief, who said that while the country does not support anything divisive, support unity against divisive elements, it was sort of a guarded response. Assuring action is one thing, but when it comes to taking substantial steps, the question we are asking, what is the step that India is going to be taking up next? For the moment, thank you. We'll keep coming back to you. But that's the first response coming in from the Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri on Zakir Naik's presence at the FIFA World Cup. On that note, let's once again listen into that soundbite of Hardeep Singh Puri.
I'm sure India took it up and will take it up, but the point is, he's a Malaysian national, yeah. I mean, he's a Malaysian national. You invite him to somewhere, etc. Whether they knew, I have no knowledge of that. I have as much access to information as you are. You can ask me my views on Zakir Naik. My views and your views are the same on that. I'm sure India took it up and will take it up, but the point is, he's a Malaysian national, yeah. I mean, he's a Malaysian national. You invite him to somewhere, etc. Whether they knew, I have no knowledge of that. I have as much access to information as you are. You can ask me my views on Zakir Naik. My views and your views are the same on that.
So a fugitive who backs terror has been invited to the FIFA World Cup to give sermons. For now, a quick roundup of all that's making news from across the country. Delhi Circuit Court has extended police custody of Aftab for the next 4 days in the Shraddha murder case. He was produced before the court in a special hearing this morning. Meanwhile, accused Aftab told the court that the incident happened in the heat of the moment. Republic has accessed another CCTV footage of the Mangaluru blast, where the accused Sharik can be seen walking from... But on to the next story, following claims by the AAP that the massage being received by Jail Delhi Minister Satendra Jain was by a physiotherapist. New information that has emerged has basis that the person giving massage is accused of rape of a minor and is currently jailed in Tihar since April this year. Sources at the Tihar jail Satyendra Jain said that Satyendra Jain is currently in the state that one of the many massage persons visited by the jail minister is a person named Rinku, charged under Section 6 of the POCSO Act with the FIR filed at the JP Kalan police station in the national capital. Following a video of the AAP MLA Gulab Singh Yadav being beaten up by AAP workers and being chased out, emerged over the clash for tickets. Days after making shocking allegations against the party, former MLA Kamini Ba Rathod will join the BJP today. This after she resigned from the Congress party as she alleged she was asked to pay money for the ticket. Raids were conducted by the Income Tax Department at the residence of BRS Minister. His son and son-in-law officials were further seen at the Malla Reddy University and other properties of the Telangana Labour Minister. Bandra unit of Mumbai Anti-Narcotics Cell arrested 2 drug suppliers from Jogeshwari area and seized over 1 kg of drugs valued at over 30 lakh rupees in international market. A case has also been registered against under the NDPS Act. In a major win for security forces, BSF foiled an infiltration bid by Pakistan. The suspected Pakistan intruder was shot dead by BSF late last night. The incident is of Arnia sector of Jammu Indo-Pak international border. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has a visit scheduled to Cambodia to attend a gathering of defence ministers of ASEAN which aims to boost ties between the member countries on the agenda for the next meet. Now, newsbreak coming in from Assam, where firing has been reported at the Assam-Meghalaya border. 4, we understand, have been killed, including the forest personnel. The firing, we understand, took place between alleged timber smugglers and the forest guards. So, 4 people who were killed in this firing that had happened at the Assam-Meghalaya border. We'll go across to Aniruddha as well for more details on that. But we understand that a mob attacked the police team, which resulted in retaliation from the police, while 3 persons from the mob and 1 forest guard among those deceased. So 4 people who lost their lives as a result of this firing, which was reported at the Assam-Meghalaya border. Aniruddha getting us those breaking updates, but the visuals there on your screens where the firing took place, in which 3 persons from the mob as well as 1 forest guard lost his life. So those are some of the details that are just trickling in. Aniruddha getting us those breaking updates. We understand that a police team on instructions of SP went to the spot to bring the truck that was laden with timber by laying spikes on the road at around 3 p.m. On Monday. We have Aniruddha getting us those updates. Aniruddha, give us more details on this firing that's been reported, in which 4 people lost their lives.
Yes, Amiksha, the firing took place early morning today when actually the truck was nabbed by a team of Assam police and forest guards, and later when the forest guards and the police team went to the spot to bring back the truck, an angry mob get out the police and they started to attack the police team as well as the forest guard, and as a matter of retaliation it has been learned that firing took place on the spot. However, it is still being investigated as who fired upon whom initially, because the truck was intercepted at around 3 a.m. in the morning, and 3 smugglers were caught red-handed with the timber on that particular truck. They were brought to the nearby police station, and it was later in the early morning hours when the police team along with the forest guard went to the spot that the mob get out the police team and the forest guards and attacked them. In this particular incident, 3 individuals from neighboring Meghalaya have been killed along with 1 forest guard. from the state of Assam. This is the latest update that we are getting in, Samiksa. And meanwhile, we are also getting in inputs that in a short while from now, Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma will be reacting on this particular incident. And also, as a security measure, Assam Police have stopped all vehicles from West Karbi Anglong moving towards Meghalaya as a security call.
Yes. So Aniruddha getting us those breaking updates, and that Meghalaya CM is expected to release a statement. Aniruddha, very briefly, if you can talk to us more about the situation at the Assam-Meghalaya border, because we understand that there have been quite a few smuggling bids in the past, and definitely situation as a result of which is remains tense in this area.
Yes, Samiksa, as per the inputs that we are getting in a short while from now, we have been getting in inputs that the situation still remains very tense in that particular area where this firing incident took place along the Assam-Meghalaya border in West Karbi Anglong, and the SP of West Karbi Anglong district, Imdad Ali, has rushed to the spot himself. That there has been some network connectivity issue in that particular area, as a result of which we are unable to contact with the police team which is on the spot on ground as of now. However, this entire situation is being closely monitored by both the state government of Assam as well as the state government of Meghalaya, because, Samiksa, we all know that the Assam and Meghalaya have been in border talks, and such incidents will only hamper the talks. So that this incidents doesn't hamper the ongoing border talks, both the states are closely monitoring the situation so that a solution can be reached and a thorough investigation can happen as why and how this entire incident unfolded.
All right, Aniruddha, thank you for those updates. So the statement that is expected by the Meghalaya CM, and let's hope this does not disrupt the border talks, peace talks between Meghalaya and Assam. Slipping into a very short break for now, but news breaks to continue after this very short break. On the other side, Republic gets a clincher lead in Mangaluru blast. Pumpwell flyover was the target of the bomber. And after misleading investigators on location of severed head, police custody extended by 4 more days.
To 40% of the people who didn't even know they had diabetes had soaring sugar levels.
To help India beat diabetes, Beto has collaborated with Lions Club International to conduct diabetes screening camps all over India to create awareness and control this silent epidemic.
आपने शुगर चेक की क्या?
Get your diabetes care program with a free Beto glucometer. Give a missed call on 740-1100.
I came in contact with Indian guys, Abu Hamza and Mohali from Gujarat. हाँ, इंडिया के थे, केरला के थे, तमिलनाडु के भी थे, जो कतर में थे, दोहा में थे, दुबई में।
Following the arrest of Abdullah Basit and several others in that particular module from Karnataka, other sleeper cells that were still operating, and that's exactly what we are witnessing today.
These acts have been inspired and influenced by some terrorist organization which is having global presence.
An important day today because the Delhi police will like to conduct the narco test of Aftab. There will also be a polygraph test.
Shariq's family members were arriving in Mangaluru. Shariq is the accused in the Mangaluru blast case.
Police has said that Shariq had posed with the bomb before the blast, also saying that international terror plot has been exposed.
Several people, including 8 children, were killed on Sunday after a truck rammed into a roadside settlement in Bihar's Vaishali district.
Very shocking incident coming to light from
Abu Hamza and Mohali from Gujarat. हाँ, इंडिया के थे, केरला के थे, तमिलनाडु के भी थे, जो कतर में थे, दोहा में थे, दुबई में।
Following the the arrest of Abdullah Basit and several others in that particular module from Karnataka, other sleeper cells that were still operating, and that's exactly what we are witnessing today.
These acts have been inspired and influenced by some terrorist organization which is having global presence.
And on to newsbreak coming in, a shocker from Rajasthan where conversion of 11 Hindu couples in a mass marriage has been reported. The oath was administered not to believe in Hindu deities. Well, that's the newsbreak coming in from Rajasthan's Bharatpur, where we understand that conversion of 11 Hindu couples took place in a mass wedding that happened. The oath that was administered to not believe in Hindu deities. This ceremony was held on Sunday is what we're given to understand. In fact, this was the 5th event organized by the committee where mass marriages of 11 couples were conducted. Before this, everyone was converted to Buddhism. So, mass conversion case that has come to light from Rajasthan's Bharatpur. The ceremony, we understand, happened on Sunday where 11 Hindu couples were reported to have been converted and they were asked to take the oath to not believe in Hindu deities. Well, this newsbreak coming in from the Kumher town of Bharatpur in Rajasthan, a mass marriage ceremony that was organized by Saint Ravidas Seva Samiti on Sunday. The visuals there on your screens as well of mass conversion happening in Rajasthan. We have Amardeep reporting live from Rajasthan. Amardeep, if you could give us more details about this mass conversion that was happening at this marriage ceremony in Rajasthan's Bharatpur.
देखिए, ये भरतपुर जिले के कुम्हेर कस्बे में ये आयोजन हुआ था। सामूहिक विवाह सम्मेलन का ये आयोजन हुआ था। 11 जो नवविवाहित दंपत्ति थे उनको ये शपथ दिला गई थी, ओथ दिलाई गई थी। इस ओथ में जिस तरीके की स्क्रीन पर आप आवाज़ सुन रहे हैं उसमें साफ साफ सुनाई दे रहा है कि किस तरीके की ओथ है। इसमें हिंदू देवी देवताओं को ना मानने की गुहार लगाई गई है। इसमें सबसे बड़ी चीज़ ये कही गई, आप पिंड दान नहीं करेंगे, आप जो श्राद्ध करते हैं, श्राद्ध पक्ष में जो श्राद्ध आते हैं वो नहीं करेंगे, पूजा पाठ नहीं करेंगे, आप किसी भी भगवान को या देवी देवताओं को नहीं मानेंगे। इन तमाम चीज़ों का जिक्र किया गया है और तमाम उन 11 नवविवाहित जो न्यू मैरिड कपल्स से उन न्यू मैरिड कपल्स ने उस ओथ को लिया है और इस ओथ में साफ साफ जिस तरीके से जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लोग थे, उस ऑर्गेनाइजर जो थे उन्होंने इस तरीके की ओथ दिलाई है। सबसे बड़ा सवाल ये खड़ा उठता है कि लोकल प्रशासन जब वहाँ पे मौजूद था और इस तरीके की जब परमिशन दी जाती है तो उसमें क्लियरली पूछा जाता है कि आपके कार्यक्रम किस तरीके के रहेंगे और किस तरीके के कार्यक्रम रहेंगे, तो उसमें ये भी मेंशन करना पड़ता है कि हम कौन कौन सी चीज़ों को यहाँ इन्वॉल्व करेंगे, इस कार्यक्रम के अधीन जो है वो कौन कौन सी चीज़ें आएंगी। लेकिन सबसे बड़ा सवाल ये था कि क्या ये पहले से बता दिया गया था प्रशासन को कि इस तरीके की ओथ जो है वो हम दिलाने की कोशिश करेंगे या हम दिलाएंगे, और अगर प्रशासन को इस बारे में जानकारी नहीं थी तो इस बात पे एक्शन अभी तक क्यों नहीं लिया गया कि इस तरीके की जो ओथ है वो सामूहिक रूप से क्यों दिलाई गई, और वो ऐसे टाइम पे जब एक कपल जो है वो शादी के बंधन में बंध रहा है, शादी के माहौल में 11 के 11 जो कपल थे उनको इस तरीके की ओथ दिलाई। तो सवाल सबसे बड़ा प्रशासन पे है, लोकल प्रशासन पे है, सरकार पर है कि आखिर इतने बड़े पैमाने पर खुलेआम इस तरीके का धर्मांतरण किस तरीके से होगा। दूसरी चीज़ ये है कि जिस तरीके से हिंदू देवी देवताओं के लिए, सनातन धर्म के लिए जो बातें कही गई हैं वो क्यों कही गई, क्योंकि इससे पहले अभी डिसीजन जो आया है सुप्रीम कोर्ट का, संज्ञान में लेना चाहिए था, प्रशासनिक अधिकारियों को इस पे कार्रवाई करनी चाहिए थी या उनको रोकना चाहिए था, या जो भी ऑर्गेनाइजर्स थे उनको कम से कम डिटेलिंग लेकर के इस बारे में बातचीत करनी चाहिए थी कि आखिर आप करने क्या वाले हैं। और जब इतना बड़ा सामूहिक विवाह सम्मेलन होता है तो उसमें जो चीज़ें निकल के सामने आई हैं उसको लेकर के अब लोकल प्रशासन पे सवाल तो खड़े हुए ही हैं। लेकिन सबसे बड़ी चीज़ ये है कि भरतपुर जो डिस्ट्रिक्ट है उसमें 5 से 6 मंत्री हैं राजस्थान की कैबिनेट में। 5 से 6 मंत्री वाले ज़िले में इस तरीके का एक बड़ा मास कन्वर्जन जो है वो हो जाता है न्यूडी कपल का जो है, और उसके बाद जो ये सारी चीज़ें हैं ये सवाल खड़ा करना लाजमी भी हो जाता है।
Those updates. So, the news break coming in from Rajasthan's Bharatpur, where mass conversion was reported. 11 Hindu couples were converted. In fact, they were asked to take this oath to not believe in Hindu gods and deities. We'll slip into a very short break, but news break and a top stories to continue on the other side. Republic newsbreak on Tihar tapes gets bigger. Aam Aadmi Party's physiotherapy defense collapses completely. And ahead of Gujarat polls, another jolt for the Congress. Kamini Ba quits the Congress and joins the BJP.
An important day today because the Delhi police will like to conduct the narco test of Aftab. There will also be a polygraph test.
Shahrik's family members were arriving in Mangaluru. Shahrik is the accused in the Mangaluru blast case.
Police has said that Sharik had posed with the bomb before the blast, also saying that international terror plot has been exposed.
Several people, including 8 children, were killed on Sunday after a truck rammed into a roadside settlement in Bihar's Vaishali district.
Very shocking incident coming to light from UP, where ex-lover has been arrested in killing of a woman whose body was chopped and found in a well.
BJP MLA MP Kumaraswamy was beaten up by angry villagers near the Kudur district in Mudiger. Sources said that there was a public outcry against the authorities.
He is Amir al-Mu'mineen and he is the head of all Muslimin and it means Prince of Muslims, believers.
Mohammad Sharik was traveling in an auto rickshaw. 3 videos that Republic TV accessed and broke over the weekend. In 2017, we had stung a terror suspect called Abdullah Basit, who was part of an ISIS module.
These acts have been inspired and influenced by some terrorist organization which is having global presence.
Shocker coming in from Madhya Pradesh. The man killed allegedly for molesting a woman. A male skeleton of a youth has been found.
Who has more at stake? Whose promises resonate?
कांग्रेस के समय में घोटाले गिनना मुश्किल है और भाजपा के समय में घोटाले ढूंढना मुश्किल है.
And who will make it on counting day?
इनको वोट दोगे ये आपके बच्चों को जहरीली शराब पिलाएंगे। मुझे वोट दोगे मैं आपके बच्चों के लिए स्कूल बनाऊंगा, आपके बच्चों को नौकरी दूंगा।
डबल इंजन की सिर्फ बातें हैं, आगे बढ़ाने की कोई बात नहीं।
December 8th with Arnab.
Roundup of news in brief. BJP at a press conference following the development of one of the masouds of the jailed Minister Satendra Jain being a POXO accused convict. The BJP has accused the AAP of engaging in a barter system of providing protection in turn of protection. Speaking at a press conference, AAP leader stated that while they would have a look at all the stings and allegations being produced by the BJP, they would also demand justification for the past 15 years from the BJP. The Delhi High Court has dismissed the petition seeking the transfer of investigation from the police to the CBI, with the CBI stating that they couldn't find a single good reason to entertain the plea. Sources at the Forensic Science Laboratory in Delhi stated that the laboratory has been approached by the Delhi police has further Aftab's polygraph test is possible today. In fact, preparations were reported to be underway with expectations of the test to be conducted today. Now, Argentina's latest quest for international glory kicks off as the South American nation begin their World Cup 2022 Group C campaign against Saudi Arabia at the iconic stadium. In fact, 2 World Cups in their cabinet from 1978 to 1986, while Saudi Arabia are aiming to make waves in a difficult group and avoid an expected 4th-placed finish.
An advanced guard of Argentinian football fans chanted their certainty that Lionel Messi's last World Cup will end in success ahead of the Latin American side becoming first to set up their base camp in Qatar. Scores of fans gathered at the World Cup countdown clock on Doha's seafront chanting Messi's name and waving flags 13 days before the tournament starts as bemused police watch the mounting football fever in the Gulf state. After more than a decade of treating Messi as a vessel for their expectations, Argentina are finally beginning to ask not what Messi can do for them, but what they can do for Messi. With potentially tricky group games coming up against Mexico and Poland, Argentina will be aiming to open their account with a minimum of fuss. There should be no shocks with Argentina's exceptional forward line likely to rack up the goals and Saudi Arabia unlikely to be able to trouble them. Agency report for Republic TV.
Very short break as the battle for Gujarat heats up. Amit Shah campaigns in the Polpam state.
Several people, including 8 children, were killed on Sunday after a truck rammed into a roadside settlement in Bihar's Vaishali district.
Very shocking incident coming to light from UP, where ex-lover has been arrested in killing of a woman whose body was chopped and found in a well.
BJP MLA MP Kumaraswamy was beaten up by angry villagers near the Kudhur district in Mudigere. Sources said that there was a public outcry against the authorities.
He's Amir al-Mu'mineen and he is the head of all Muslimin and it means Prince of Muslims, believers.
Mohammad Sharik was traveling in an auto rickshaw. 3 videos that Republic TV accessed and broke over the weekend. In 2017, we had stung a terror suspect called Abdullah Basit, who was part of an ISIS module.
These acts have been inspired and influenced by some terrorist organization which is having global presence.
Shocker coming in from Madhya Pradesh. The man killed allegedly for molesting a woman. A male skeleton of a youth has been found after 4 months. 2 casualties were reported after a goods train had derailed in Odisha and rescue operations are underway at the site.
At least 15 people were reported injured after a multiple vehicle crash on the Mumbai-Bengaluru highway near the bridge in Pune.
Who has more at stake? Whose promises resonate?
कांग्रेस के समय में घोटाले गिनना मुश्किल है और भाजपा के समय में घोटाले ढूंढना मुश्किल है.
And who will make it on counting day?
इनको वोट दोगे ये आपके बच्चों को जहरीली शराब पिलाएंगे. मुझे वोट दोगे मैं आपके बच्चों के लिए स्कूल बनाऊंगा, आपके बच्चों को नौकरी दूंगा.
डबल इंजन की सिर्फ बातें हैं, आगे बढ़ाने की कोई बात नहीं.
December 8th with roundup.
Viewers, you're watching India's #1 news channel, Republic TV. I'm Shivangi Shukla. Lots lined up for you right now. But first, we'll have a look at the headlines right now. Republic gets a clincher lead in Mangaluru blast. Pumped well flyover was the target of the bomber. Aam Aadmi Party Minister Satyendra Jain's Masoor, not a physiotherapist but a rapist, inside jail for allegedly raping a minor. Republic news break on Tihar tapes gets bigger now. Aam Aadmi Party's physiotherapy defense collapses completely. Aftab misleading investigators on location of severed head, police custody extended by 4 days. Ahead of the Gujarat polls, another draw to Congress. Kamini Ba quits Congress and joins the BJP. Viewers, let's start with a breaking update coming in right now, and the investigation and the twists and turns of the Mangaluru blast continues. A probe is on, and that's a top story as well at this hour. Mangaluru terror plot. We are getting in reactions of Abdul Mateen, the Dubai-based handler's father, Mansoor Ahmed, coming in right now. And in fact, multiple updates coming in after the Coimbatore link, which the police talked about. Now one more link is coming from Kerala. A Kerala link being established and emerging as per our sources. And we can also tell you, viewers, is that the Dubai-based handler's father has spoken up as well. Remember that Abdul Mateen is being very closely linked to Sharik, and Abdul Mateen has connections to international terrorist organizations. What we can tell you, viewers, and this is a very, very big lead and a big news break coming in right now. We are getting a reaction of Abdul Mateen's father, Mansoor Ahmed. Of course, once we get those reactions, we will play that out for you. But right now, viewers, this is a big lead coming on Republic TV. We are staying ahead of this top story of the Mangaluru blast probe at this point of time, viewers. And we can also tell you, viewers, that a Kerala link has emerged where the Mangaluru bomb blast had accused between September 13 to September 18. He had met many people during his time there. And right now, we have also learned a high-level meet of intelligence officials is also underway in Kochi. So multiple reactions coming in, multiple updates coming in as well. We have also learned on Republic TV that a pump well flyover was a target of the bomber. So multiple angles and multiple updates and leads coming in at this point of time. The flyover was a target, and the big question we're asking right now is that did he aim to also bomb that flyover? So big updates coming in right now, viewers, on Republic TV. And if you talk about Abdul Mateen is accused Sharik's handlers. And what we can tell you right now is that now we can, in fact, go ahead and listen to the reaction of Abdul Mateen's father, Mansoor Ahmed. Let's play that out for our viewers.
ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಗ್ಗಟ್ಟಾಗಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಥರ ಅವರ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಆಗಿ ಬೆಳಿಬೇಕು. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಥರ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಗೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಅಂತ ಯಾವುದು ಬೇರೆ ಕೆಟ್ಟ ದಾರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಬಾರ್ದು. ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ತಮ್ಮ ಸ್ವಂತ ಜೀವನನೂ ಹಾಳಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಮನೆಗೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾರು ಇಂಥ ದಾರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು.
ಮತೀನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಇವರು ಶಾರಿಕ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಸಂಪರ್ಕ ಇತ್ತು?
ನಾವು ಹೊರಗೆ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ನಾವು ಸೈನ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ ಊರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆದವರು. ಅದು ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಏನು ಗೆಳೆಯರಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು.
ಮತ್ತೀಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಂಪರ್ಕಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್?
ಅದೇ ಅದು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲೇನೋ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಪರ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ
ನೀವು ಮಿಲಿಟರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದವರು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಗ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತ?
ಅದು ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು?
ನೀವೇನು ಓದಿಸಿದ್ರಿ? ಯಾಕೆ
ಏನು ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಓದಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯವರಾಗಲಿ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಓದಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. ಅದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಓದ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದ, ಓದಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಜಾಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಈಗ ಮೊಬೈಲು ಅದು ಇದು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇದರಿಂದ ಯಾರು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಸ್ವಂತ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ.
हृदय प्रदेश भी है, जहां देश के प्रमुख आध्यात्मिक, धार्मिक, पौराणिक एवं सांस्कृतिक केंद्रों के साथ ही अनेक नैसर्गिक स्थल हैं। ये सभी स्थान बड़ी संख्या में देश और विदेश से पर्यटकों को आकर्षित करते हैं। इसके दृष्टिगत पर्यटन भी एक प्राथमिक सेक्टर है, जिसमें प्रदेश निवेशकों के लिए सहयोग का एक प्रमुख गंतव्य हो सकता है। हमारी सरकार नई पर्यटन नीति के माध्यम से रामायण सर्किट, कृष्णा सर्किट, बुद्धिस्ट सर्किट, वाइल्ड लाइफ एवं इको टूरिज्म सर्किट, बुंदेलखंड सर्किट, महाभारत सर्किट, शक्तिपीठ सर्किट, आध्यात्मिक सर्किट, सूफी सर्किट, क्राफ्ट सर्किट जैसे अनेक नए पर्यटन गंतव्यों का विकास भी कर रही है। इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एवं आईटीएस सेक्टर में उत्तर प्रदेश का भारत के कुल मोबाइल मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में लगभग 45% योगदान का गौरव भी उत्तर प्रदेश को प्राप्त है। यहां भारत के मोबाइल कंपोनेंट के लगभग 55% निर्माता हैं। भारत के लगभग 26% मोबाइल निर्माता उत्तर प्रदेश में क्रियाशील हैं, तथा 200 से अधिक एएसडीएम कंपनियां प्रदेश में स्थित हैं। राज्य सरकार सेमीकंडक्टर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग तथा फैब यूनिट के लिए क्लस्टर विकसित कर रही है। इसके अतिरिक्त उत्तर प्रदेश तेजी से भारत का डाटा सेंटर के प्रमुख हब के रूप में भी उभर रहा है। स्टार्टअप इंडिया रैंकिंग में भारत सरकार द्वारा राज्य को लीडर स्टेट्स की श्रेणी में वर्गीकृत किया गया है। उत्तर प्रदेश स्टार्टअप इंडिया कार्यक्रम के अंतर्गत अब तक 7,600 से अधिक स्टार्टअप पंजीकृत किए गए हैं, तथा 6 सेंटर ऑफ एक्सीलेंस भी स्वीकृत किए गए हैं। प्रदेश में आईआईटी कानपुर, आईआईटी बीएचयू, आईएम लखनऊ सहित उच्च गुणवत्ता वाले शैक्षणिक संस्थानों की उपस्थिति वेंचर कैपिटलिस्ट, इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर, डेवलपर्स एवं स्किल डेवलपमेंट के लिए अनेक अवसर प्रदान करती है। तेजी से विकसित हो रहे स्टार्टअप इकोसिस्टम के साथ उत्तर प्रदेश में एंजल इन्वेस्टर्स एवं वेंचर कैपिटलिस्ट के लिए डिफेंस एवं एरोस्पेस वैल्यू चेन में स्टार्टअप को प्रोत्साहित करने के लिए असीम अवसर उपलब्ध हैं, जिसमें टेक्नोलॉजी ट्रांसफर, R&D एवं इनोवेशन को इसमें बढ़ावा मिलेगा। पूरे राज्य में संचालित 72 से अधिक विश्वविद्यालयों तथा 169 औद्योगिक प्रशिक्षण संस्थानों के साथ उत्तर प्रदेश भारत का सबसे बड़ी युवा जनसंख्या का प्रदेश भी है। उत्तर प्रदेश में कौशल विकास संस्थानों एवं एक्सचेंज प्रोग्राम्स के लिए व्यापक अवसर भी प्रदान करता है। इस लाभ में वृद्धि के लिए राज्य में कई औद्योगिक परियोजनाओं की योजना बनाई जा रही है।
Our reviewers, we are hearing right now CM Yogi Adityanath's live address where he is speaking about the upcoming UP Global Investor Summit and also adding that UP counts as a leader state when it comes to startups. All right, viewers, let's see what else is making news from across India. The BJP had a press conference following the development of the misuse of the jail minister Satyendra Jain being a POCSO accused convict. The BJP accused the Aam Aadmi Party of engaging in a barter system of providing protection in turn for protection. Speaking at a press conference, Aam Aadmi Party leader stated that while they would have looked at all the stings and allegations being produced by the BJP, they would also demand a justification for the past 15 years from the BJP. The Delhi High Court has dismissed the petition seeking the transfer of investigation from police to CBI, with the court stating that they could not find a single good reason to entertain the plea. Sources at the Forensic Science Laboratory in Delhi stated that the laboratory has been approached by the Delhi police, has further approached to conduct a polygraphic test for Shraddha murder case accused Aftab. Preparations were reported to be underway, with expectations of the test to be conducted today. Addressing an event with regards to the Rozgar Mela initiative by the government, the Prime Minister distributed at least 71,000 appointment letters to new recruits employed as a result of the fairs. Union Minister Jyotirindra Scindia has stated that the employment certificates are to be given to at least 10 lakh youth by the Prime Minister for government organizations, army as well as other institutions by December 2023. Viewers, we're getting some breaking update coming in. This is a Republic super exclusive coming in. Viewers, we're getting the first reaction of the owner of the Coimbatore lodge where Sharik has reportedly stayed. Remember, there's a Coimbatore link as well, which is emerging in the Mangaluru blast probe. And what we can tell you, viewers, we're getting a first reaction coming in right now of the Coimbatore lodge where Sharik reportedly had stayed. So back-to-back updates coming in as well right now. Big news break coming in. We just spoke to, in fact, let's go ahead. That is ready. Let's play that out for our viewers. Listen in to the owner of the Coimbatore lodge where Sharik had reportedly stayed.
Stayed for 3 days when he came to Coimbatore during the month of September, and where he had met Surender, the person under whose Aadhaar card the SIM card used in Mangaluru was registered. We have the proprietor of this home, Mr. Kamraj, with us. He will give us more details about what really happened here. So first of all, please tell us, when did this happen? Like, we hear that Surender was a regular client here, and later on he had met Sharik here, and this is where they became friends. So there's a lot of things happening
separately.
Okay. So we are hearing a lot of things about how they became friends here and all that. Can you give us a little bit of detail about when Surender came here, what happened, and how did they become friends? Are you aware that Sharik was a person of suspect who was staying here?
Surender was staying more than 1 month like that, I think. That fellow, we don't know Sharik, but in the name of Gauri, one fellow from Karnataka, he is staying on 3rd September. On that day, Surender was staying in the next bed. It is a common bed. It is a common hall. We are having around 20 beds in the hall. So he is staying in the next bed. Okay. So they are becoming friends, and he is for what reason he has purchased that SIM card, we don't know actually.
Okay, sir, we hear that Surender was also a person that you were not very happy because of his habits. Can you give us an explanation about how his conduct was when he stayed here?
After that only we found that he is an alcoholic. But we are not encouraging that behavior within our lodge. So when we came to know that he is becoming alcoholic, we refused to entertain that. And so we refused to accommodate him also in this lodge. So we vacated and went back on the September itself.
Okay, so can you why was why did this happen in the first place? Like, what kind of procedures do you follow? Like, because he's produced a fake ID and he stayed here for almost 3-4 days. So why was there a problem in the digital? Why was you not able to find out that it was a fake ID? What was the Can you give us an explanation?
No, we can't do that, I think it is not at all possible for a large owner to check whether it is a fake ID or regular original one. We don't able to follow, I think so.
So, sir, now apart from what happened, can you tell us on what basis this lodge was? What kind of customers do you entertain? Are they family people who come here, or bachelors, or what is the major clientele that you have?
Actually, I am a GCT student from Coimbatore. I want to have a place here. That's why I purchased this one, and I am conducting this lodge. This is a common bed. This is not a regular lodge. We are charging only 100 rupees per 4 hours. For 4 hours, we are charging only 100 rupees as a waiting hall come common bed. So we are entertaining people only. For that reason only we are having this. For that reason also, he would have come here. It is the cheapest place. Otherwise, other people would have charged 1,000, 2,000 like that. Okay. So I think, so we would have selected this one, I think.
Okay. Sir, can you tell me what happened during the investigation? Because yesterday we heard that the police came down here and they had some investigation going on. What are the police saying? Are they still asking you to shut the business here, or what is the next step?
No, they are saying, they are verified whether I am having large license. Okay. I am having large license. It is valid up to April 22. So I have produced that. It is okay. Then other thing, this Wi-Fi, they have checked the Wi-Fi, it's okay. Then other thing, the Xerox of Aadhaar cards. Okay. They have compelled me to keep every record. Okay. That is the reason, that's all.
Okay. Otherwise, there is no other things. Okay. Sir, will you also allow guests to come along with the people who are staying here? Because I just want to know, because did anybody come meet Sharik when he stayed here, or Surinder when they stayed? Did any friends or anybody out of suspicion, did anybody come?
Inside the gate, if any people come, whether it is guest or family friends or anything else, they have to produce their records. After that only, even for 10 minutes, they have to give 100 rupees. Otherwise, they won't be allowed inside the campus. Okay. Inside that gate, nobody will be allowed.
So, Sandega Paramadri, when you say, when you have create suspicion, there's nothing that happened during this.
It is an open hall. It is an open hall. Nothing can be done openly. Okay. Okay. No closer space.
Okay. Thank you so much. So that was the proprietor. He says that this is an open hall, so you cannot do anything suspicious without anybody else seeing it. And at the same time, he says since Sharik apparently, allegedly stayed here under a fake identity, they were not able to even now identify if it was him or not. But Surinder was here for a long time, and he was an extremely huge alcoholic. Therefore, they also forced him to leave out of this home as soon as they found out that he was an alcoholic and he was creating issues in the vicinity as well. This is Vashni Ramu along with camera person Dilip from Coimbatore for Republic TV.
Viewers, getting some breaking update coming in right now. What we have learned so far, internet services have been suspended in Meghalaya after a firing at Assam-Meghalaya border. 4 people have been killed, including a forest personnel. Firing took place between an alleged timber smuggler and forest guards. So this is the development that we're getting right now, where we are getting to know that internet services have been suspended in Meghalaya after firing at the border area. Let's go to Samiksha from our Mumbai newsroom, who has more details about this breaking development. Samiksha.
Well, that's right, Shivangi. So the latest, of course, update coming in that internet services have been snapped as a result of the firing incident which happened early this morning. Now, just to take you through the backdrop of what we really know so far, early this morning there was an incriminate firing that was reported at the Assam-Meghalaya border. 4 people, we understand, lost their lives in this incident. Now, we do not yet know what was really the cause of the fire. Of the firing incident, but what we are given to understand that there was a truck that was intercepted. It was carrying illegal timber, as a result of which firing broke out between 2 groups. In fact, of the 4 people who lost their lives, 1 being the policeman. Latest update, of course, coming in that internet services have been snapped as a result of the situation that remains tense in the area. We are also expecting a statement from the Meghalaya Chief Minister very soon. But important to note here that this incident comes in the background of the border talks which have been happening between Meghalaya and Assam for quite some time now. Shivang.
Right. Also, Samiksha, I'm also being joined by Anirudh. Anirudh, now we are learning, and like Samiksha was also telling us, that is coming while the border talks are happening as well. What are we learning about this incident? And we know that 4 people have also been killed, including forest personnel.
Yes, Sivangi. If we look into the incident that happened early morning today, this incident is a pure case of smuggling. Timber was being smuggled from Assam into Meghalaya when the truck was intercepted by the Assam police and the forest guard. The Assam police team had a tip-off about the movement of smuggled timber on the road, and they had laid spikes on the road, as a result of which the tires of the truck got punctured, and the police and forest team had been able to nab 3 smugglers from the spot red-handed. Later, when they were taken to the Zirikiring police station, the nearest police station in West Kabi Anglong district, thereafter, towards the early morning hours, the team of police and forest guard went to bring back the vehicle which was seized at around 3 a.m. in the morning. And it was at that point in time when an escalation broke out between the mob and the police team that had gone there in order to bring back the vehicle. And it has been learned that the police team as well as the team of the forest guards were attacked by the mob there indiscriminately, and as a result of this altercation that happened, firing took place, and in this firing, three individuals from the mob and 1 police personnel had been killed. This is what we have been learning as of now. Meanwhile, an investigation has also been ordered by the Meghalaya police. This is what we are getting in, as internet has been suspended for the next 48 hours, keeping in view that this entire incident have a chance of deteriorating the law and order situation, with provocative messages being shared on social media platforms, and as well as WhatsApp and other messaging system. Meanwhile, we have also updated that apart from the restriction of vehicular movements from West Kabi Anglong to Meghalaya, similarly towards Shillong also vehicular movement have been stopped now. Sivangi.
All right, thank you, Anirudh, for joining us with all those details. So like Anirudh was telling us right now, there has been an investigation as well, which has been ordered into this incident. The firing had taken place between the alleged timber smugglers and the forest guards. So thank you, Anirudh, for getting us all those details and keep us ahead on that story. On that note, let's see what else is making news from across India. CCTV footage has been accessed following the Mangaluru blast case attempt, where Sharik was seen meeting another individual before the blast, raising suspicions of other individuals being involved in the blast. Sharik is further reported to have posted as a Hindu on messaging apps such as WhatsApp, having an image of the Isha Foundation in its display picture. More details have emerged in connection with the Mangaluru auto rickshaw blast case, with sources stating that the accused had plant the pressure cooker at a pump well flyover in the city, with the attack planned in the evening at the time of higher traffic. Sharik is further reported to have been influenced by the ISIS, with aims of the module the terror suspect was a part of to be targeting leaders affiliated to Hindu organizations in the state. Following claims by the Aam Aadmi Party that the massage being received by jailed Delhi Minister Satyendra Jain was by a physiotherapist. New information has emerged that alleges that the masseur is a person accused of the rape of the minor and currently jailed in Tihar. Aam Aadmi Party physiotherapy defense of Satyendra Jain's massage comes to be questioned, as one of the many masseurs have visited by the jail minister is reported to be a person named Rinku, charged under the Section 6 of the POCSO Act with the FIR file. at the police station in New Delhi. A BJP in the press conference detailed the Section 6 Rinku has been jailed while hitting out at the Aam Aadmi Party in the wake of the development. Aftab Poonawalla at the special hearing by the Saket court was reported to have said that the incident had taken place in the heat of the moment. He did not remember the details of the incident. A Saket court has extended the judicial custody for Aftab Poonawalla by 4 days after he was produced before the Saket court for the special hearing. Following conversations over cash for ticket by the Congress ahead of the Gujarat polls, former Congress MLA Kamini Ba has now announced her decision for joining the BJP. Viewers, we continue to be live and breaking. Coming up on the other side, Republic gets a clincher lead in Mangaluru blast. Pumpwell flyover was a target of the bomber. Plus, Aam Aadmi Party Minister Satyendra Jain's Masoor, not a physiotherapist but a rapist, inside jail for allegedly raping a minor. Stay tuned.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
झाके रे झाके झरोखे से झाके हैरत से आंखें अपनी सी दुनिया नई रंगी लागे ख्यालों की खिड़की से मन कूदे भागे झाके रे झाके झरोखे से झाके देख के दम है छोटे बड़े सारे झाके रे झाके हर कोई ताके तरक्की को टुक टुक हर कोई ताके झाके रे झाके झरोखे से झाके
Reimagineering brighter futures with smarter steels. ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel India. Smarter steels, brighter futures.
30 to 40% of the people who didn't even know they had diabetes had soaring sugar levels.
To help India beat diabetes, BITO has collaborated with Lions Club International to conduct diabetes screening camps all over India to create awareness and control this silent epidemic.
आपने शुगर चेक की क्या?
Get your diabetes care program with a free BITO glucometer. Give a missed call on 740-1100.
Republic gets a clincher lead in the Mangaluru blast. The Pumpwell flyover was the real target of the bomber. Up Minister Satyendra Jain's Masoor, not a physiotherapist, but he's a rapist. He's inside jail for allegedly raping a minor. The Republic news break on the Tihar tapes now gets bigger. The Aam Aadmi Party's physiotherapy defense collapses completely. Aftab is misleading investigators on the location of the severe head. The police custody now is extended for the next 4 days. Ahead of the Gujarat polls, this is another jolt to the Congress party. Kamini Ba has quit the Congress and she now has joined the BJP. very good afternoon and thank you for staying with us here on Republic. This is another army commander who has in fact spoken on a number of issues. Lieutenant General Upendra Dwivedi is speaking on the targeted killing issue also. He has touched on a lot of other important issues that, remember, are now important vis-a-vis the valley. He says we've controlled terrorists to some extent. He also now says that now our neighbor is using other ways by sending pistols, drugs and grenades.
सबसे बड़ी चीज़ ये है कि क्या हमने टेररिस्ट को कंट्रोल कर लिया है? इसका जवाब ये है बहुत हद तक हाँ, हमने उसको कंट्रोल कर लिया है। तो अभी जो बाहर के लोग हैं, जो हमारा पड़ोसी मुल्क है, वो दूसरे तरीके अपना रहा है। दूसरे तरीके किस तरह के हैं कि वो अभी पिस्टल्स को यहाँ पे लाने की कोशिश कर रहा है, ग्रेनेड्स को भेजने की कोशिश कर रहा है, और वो साथ में क्या कर रहा है, ड्रग्स भेजने की कोशिश कर रहा है। और इन चीज़ों का तालमेल बना के वो छुटपुट हरकतें कराना चाहता है। और वो छुटपुट हरकतें जब कराना चाहता है तो वो किसको करेगा? वो उस बेबस और असहाय को करेगा जो यहाँ पे अपने रोज़मर्रा की ज़िंदगी चलाने के लिए आया था, जो कश्मीरियों की सहायता करने के लिए आया था यहाँ पर। आज उसके ऊपर ये जो कार्रवाई की जा रही है, बड़े दुख की बात है। और उसके लिए पुलिस, फौज और सब कुछ, और जो खुद की वहाँ की लोग हैं, वो इसमें शामिल हुए हैं कि हम इसको नहीं किसी तरह होने देंगे। इसीलिए आप देखिए, ये जो भी हो रहा है वो काफ़ी कम है और उसमें और कमी लाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। और जिसने भी इस प्रकार की गलती की है उसको उसकी सज़ा मिल रही है।
And like we said, he's also spoken on the entire POK issue. He says that the Raksha Mantri already has spoken on this issue in the parliament. Also, he says that there is a parliament resolution and it's nothing new, reiterating that the Indian Army will carry out any order that is given by the government of India, and we are ready to retaliate in case we are struck by the enemy.
If I can say that, when in Feb 21 this understanding was reached, after that, it has helped all the sides, all the stakeholders, and that first and foremost, the civilians have gained maximum. All the government schemes which are there are reaching to the forward areas, ahead of fence, this side of fence, all those who are affected by the shelling, the medical, the education, and so many, the civilians administration has been able to reach out to these people. The internet has been able to reach out to them. So if I can say that, the border areas are truly integrated because of this ceasefire understanding. The second issue is, as far as the military is concerned, military is always ready to make sure that this ceasefire understanding is never broken because it is in interest of both the nations. But if it is broken at any point of time, हम ईंट का जवाब पत्थर से देंगे. That the 16th Corps Commander level meeting took place somewhere between June and July. That time we had reached a particular agreement, and in the month of September, we could actually execute with lot of ground understanding between the two divisional commanders. And that's why you saw that the PP-15 issue got resolved. Now, out of all the issues, as you are aware, we are looking at firstly disengagement followed by the de-escalation. And out of this disengagement, two issues which are still pending are the Depsang and Demchok. And that is why we are going ahead with the 17th Corps Commanders level meeting. The proposals have been received from both the sides. Now it's a matter of time when the dates will be fixed. Once we reach a mature understanding between the two on these two issues, thereafter the div commanders and lower levels will coordinate with each other to make sure that the ground implementation of disengagement takes place.
We have breaking news coming in. In fact, what you will see on your screens in just a moment is the order copy that has been accessed by Republic. This is the order that we'll just put up on our screens in a bit. But this is the CCTV footage, remember, where you do see Aftab, who after strangulating and chopping Shraddha into 35 pieces at 4 a.m. in the morning is seen with a backpack. That image on the right of your screens. On the left is the first order copy that has been accessed by Republic. This is the order that has extended Aftab's custody for the next 4 days as the IO or the investigating officer wanted. We'll cut across to Samiksha, who will be able to read through more details of that order copy. Samiksha, if you can hear me, do tell us the grounds that was cited by the investigating officer on the basis of which the court has opined that Aftab needs to be in the police's custody.
Taking you through some of the important points from this order copy, which is mentions that it is apprised that some more parts of the bones of deceased have been recovered from the jungle. Not just this, the jaws of the deceased have also been recovered, and it is also submitted that teams of the CFSL, CBI have also been called at the spot for inspection. The officer had requested for extension of the police custody on the ground that more body parts could be recovered in the days to come. Not just this, the order copy also mentioned that the rough site plan has also been found at the residence of Aftab, and that it is submitted that custodial interrogation of the accused would be required to connect the chain of events involved in the crime. So clearly, in this order copy clearly mentions that more body parts could be recovered in the days to come. In fact, it also mentions that from the residence of Aftab, the police also recovered some rough site plans. So clearly the police is trying to put all the dots together and trying to put it all together as to how Aftab really carried out all of this plan. You remember the 4-day custody, of course, the big update coming in has been extended. More leads are expected in the days to come, but the big point here coming in that the court has further extended the remand of the accused be authorized in police custody for the purpose of ensuring conclusion of investigation in the matter. Accordingly, the remand of the accused is extended till the 26th. Deepening.
Okay, Samiksha, I think those are important details that you're reading out, and I think the biggest news point is the fact that the Delhi police is recreating the entire sequence of events. They have picked up a few pieces, bones of, Shraddha that did belong to Shraddha pending a DNA investigation. And they have actually told the court, we need to find more pieces. The man is misleading us. And the reason why his custody right now has been extended for the next 4 days. Samiksha, for the moment, thank you for breaking that bit on that story. But also important now to bring out this another exclusive. Now, this is what our colleague Piyush has spoken with Aftab's lawyer. Now, the lawyer claims that there is absolutely no confession that Aftab has put out. Though again, remember, he is completely mum when he is asked about why is Aftab, according to the police, misleading the investigators.
Sir, has Aftab confessed of his crime?
No, Aftab has till now not confessed before the court. It is only rumor that Aftab has confessed, but Aftab has not confessed.
But sir, he has definitely said that what we have been hearing, that he did commit this murder and it was done in the heat of the moment. Is it fact?
It may be, but he has not confessed before the court.
What has he spoken in front of the court, sir?
Before the court, he has told that I am cooperating fully the Delhi police and Delhi police is also cooperating to me and I am not misleading to the Delhi police and the IO was also present there, and IO has not contradicted on the statement.
So you say that Aftab is cooperating with the Delhi police, but then the Delhi police is saying that they are trying to mislead. Aftab is misleading the Delhi police. Now, what are your claims of it? And do you feel that the polygraph test and narco test is now going to be essential for him to be coming for the truth?
No, if the Aftab would be misleading, then how he has given the consent for the narco and poly test? If the Aftab has given his consent, it means that he is fully cooperated with the Delhi police.
What about the location, sir? He has still not been coming with the truth of where actually he has disposed the body. What are your views about this, sir? Because getting the body remains is of utmost importance. Why isn't he cooperating with the Delhi police? Why isn't he telling the truth to the Delhi police officials of where exactly he has disposed the body remains of Shraddha?
And Delhi police is working, doing his duty. He is collecting the evidence, and in this matter, the Aftab is fully cooperating. And let's see what happened further.
So you may be feeling that he's cooperating, but the fact of the matter is that he is not cooperating. Has he been cooperating? It would not have been taking lot of time for the Delhi police to find the body remains. Why isn't he telling the truth in that way? So why isn't your client telling the truth?
No, he is telling the truth of Delhi police, and a lot of time has spent, and Delhi police is also not able to collect all the evidences. Till now he has not able to collect the weapon of the offense. He has not collected the mobile phone and the bones of the Shraddha. And in this matter, Aftab is...
So in that case, why isn't Aftab telling the Delhi police where actually he has disposed the body remains and where actually has he thrown the phone of Shraddha, which can actually lead him to get convicted?
Actually, for the Aftab, it is a new place for Aftab, and he is also not sure about where I have thrown the body. He is also not fully aware about the places. So he is not. So this is the confusing matter. He is also not in actual position to identify that place.
Okay, that's your claim, sir. But I want to understand now the Delhi police has been able to get the 4-day custody of Aftab, and it's going to end on Saturday. After Saturday, are you thinking of applying for bail for Aftab?
Of course, I will apply for the bail before the land court. And then when the police demand will end, then I will do this proceeding.
There have been a lot of slogans that have been raised by your community of lawyers only who have been demanding that Aftab should be hanged. What are your views about it?
No, till by the court it's not convicted, he is presumed to be innocent. And being a defense lawyer, I am also presumed that he is the innocent. It is the matter of the precedent that some advocates are slogging, but till now he is not convicted by the court, so it should be presumed that he is innocent.
My last question to you would be, sir, have you spoken to Aftab?
Yeah, today I have met with Aftab, and I have met with I have done legal meeting about 5 to 10.
How did you find him to begin with, sir? How did you find him?
I have prayed from the lower courts, and learned court has allowed me for the legal meeting, and I have done legal.
Has he said anything to you which you want to share with us? Has he said anything regarding the case which you want to share with us?
No, he has only said to me that I am satisfied with the counsel and I am satisfied with the process of the Delhi police.
But you again claim that he has not confessed of his murder as of now.
He is not confessed. Only the rumor is going on. He is not confessed before the court.
Okay.
We're heading into a quick break right now. When we come back, is this physiotherapy? Remember, everyone said absolutely no. It's only the Aam Aadmi Party that wants you to believe that this is physiotherapy being given to Satyendra Jain in jail. But there are more details now emerging of this man in the yellow t-shirt that you see on your screens. He's been identified. We get you the full story when we come back. Also ahead of the upcoming Gujarat polls, this is another jolt to the Congress party. Kamini Ba has quit the Congress and now she is a part of the BJP.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
30 to 40% of the people who didn't even know they had diabetes had soaring sugar levels.
To help India beat diabetes, BITO has collaborated with Lions Club International to conduct diabetes screening camps all over India to create awareness and control this silent epidemic.
आपने शुगर चेक की क्या?
Get your diabetes care program with a free BITO glucometer. Give a missed call on 740-1100.
Shocker coming in from Madhya Pradesh. The man killed allegedly for molesting a woman. A male skeleton of a youth has been found after 4 months. 2 casualties were reported after a goods train had derailed in Odisha, and rescue operations are underway at the site.
At least 15 people were reported injured after a multiple vehicle crash on the Mumbai-Mangaluru highway near the bridge in Pune.
अबू हमजा मुहाजिर फ्रॉम गुजरात। हाँ, इंडिया के थे, केरला के थे, तमिलनाडु के थे जो कतर में थे, दोहा में थे, दुबई।
Following the arrest of Abdullah Basit and several others in that particular module from Karnataka, other sleeper cells that were still operating, and that's exactly what we are witnessing today.
These acts have been inspired and influenced by some terrorist organization which is having global presence.
An important day today because the Delhi police will like to conduct the narco test of Aftab. There will also be a polygraph test.
Shariq's family members were arriving in Mangaluru. Shariq is the accused in the Mangaluru blast case.
Police has said that Shariq had posed with the bomb before the blast, also saying that international terror plot has been exposed.
Several people, including 8 children, were killed on Sunday after a truck rammed into a roadside settlement in Bihar's Vaishali district.
Very shocking incident coming to light from UP where ex-lover has been arrested.
The BJP had a press conference earlier following the development of one of the Musoos of the jailed minister, Satyendra Jain, being a POXO-accused convict. The BJP has accused the Aam Aadmi Party of engaging in a barter system of providing services in turn for protection.
जैन के मसाज से पूरा लोकतंत्र भारत का शर्मसार हुआ था और तब हमने कहा था ये आम आदमी पार्टी नहीं है, ये स्पा मसाज पार्टी है। कोई और राजनीतिक दल होता और इतना शर्मसार करने वाला कृत्य कि जेल की सलाखों के पीछे एक भ्रष्टाचारी कट्टर बेईमान मंत्री का मसाज होता है।
Speaking at a press conference, the Aam Aadmi Party has said that while they would have a look at all the stings and allegations that are being leveled by the BJP, they would also demand justification for the past 15 years from the BJP as it has been ruling the MCD.
ये बात की भारतीय जनता पार्टी को सबसे पहले एक बार अमित शाह जी जब बंद थे गुजरात के जेल में, स्पेशल जेल बनी थी। ना तो इतिहास में भारत के अंदर किसी को वो सुविधा मिली, स्पेशल ट्रीटमेंट ना मिल सकती है। एक बार ऑन रिकॉर्ड है, सीबीआई ने ऑन रिकॉर्ड पेपर दर्ज किया हुआ है।
The Delhi High Court has dismissed the petition seeking the transfer of investigation from the Delhi police to the CBI, with the court saying that they couldn't find a single good reason to entertain the plea. This is about the Shraddha murder case. Sources at the Forensic Science Laboratory in Delhi have said that the laboratory has been approached by the Delhi police for a polygraphic test for the Shraddha murder accused Aftab. Preparations were reported to be underway with expectations of the test to be conducted very soon.
22 अक्टूबर को इन 10 लाख नौकरियों की पहली किश्त आपके द्वारा 75,000 नियुक्ति पत्र जारी करके शुरू कर दी।
We are heading into a break right now. When we come back, there are more details and a clincher in the Mangaluru blast case. The Pumpwell flyover is what sources indicate was the real target for the bomber. Aftab is misleading the investigators on the location of the severed head. The police custody now has been extended for the next 4 days.
40% of the people who didn't even know they had diabetes had soaring sugar levels.
To help India beat diabetes, Beto has collaborated with Lions Club International to conduct diabetes screening camps all over India to create awareness and control this silent epidemic.
आपने शुगर चेक की क्या?
Get your diabetes care program with a free Beto glucometer. Give a missed call on 740-1100.
अबू हमजा मुहाजिर फ्रॉम गुजरात। हाँ, इंडिया के थे, केरला के थे, तमिलनाडु के भी थे, जो कतर में थे, दोहा में थे, दुबई।
Following the arrest of Abdullah Basit and several others in that particular module from Karnataka, other sleeper cells that were still operating, and that's exactly what we are witnessing today.
These acts have been inspired and influenced by some terrorist organization which is having global presence.
An important day today because the Delhi police will like to conduct the narco test of Aftab. There will also be a polygraph test.
Shariq's family members were arriving in Mangaluru. Shariq is the accused in the Mangaluru blast case.
Police has said that Shariq had posed with the bomb before the blast, also saying that international terror plot has been exposed.
Several people, including 8 children, were killed on Sunday after a truck rammed into a roadside settlement in Bihar's Vaishali district.
Very shocking incident coming to light from UP, where ex-lover has been arrested in killing of a woman whose body was chopped and
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us here on Republic. Over the last some time, you would have recalled that there are a lot of incidents of drones that have been spotted, particularly in various areas of Punjab, very close to the border with Pakistan. Now, this has been a bone of concern for the agencies. The agencies, remember, have upped their ante as far as these activities go. The BSF DG has spoken exclusively to our colleague Amandeep, and he is speaking on what is India doing, what is the agency doing to ensure that any kind of threat vis-a-vis the border from Pakistan is mitigated.
The challenges have always been there, but I can say that now we're increasingly taking cognizance of every single attempt and we are foiling all those misadventures. So that's the reason you are hearing more successes than before.
Yeah, in fact, we have reported that several drones has been shot down and several recoveries of the weapons as well as drugs has been recovered from nearby the international border. And what are the new techniques now BSF is opting for to against these drones and the land routes of smuggling?
As you are also aware, so specifics of the techniques are a matter of professional issues. So I would say that whenever there is a challenge or a problem, so we search for solutions from collaborating with the forensics, from computer and IT and other technological service providers and government research agencies and also other agencies of the government. So it's a combination of efforts. So when we identify a problem, we find a solution sooner or later.
Exactly, sir. You rightly pointed it out that it is a perfect combination of the state machinery and the center forces. And in fact, we have reported several reports of the intelligence from the Punjab and even from the central that Punjab is turning to be the hub of drug smuggling and that maximum drug is being smuggled from the cross border or through the land route or either the western borders or the northern borders. And so recently they have started opting from the Jammu Kashmir through the road route as well. So is the BSF has enhanced their patrolling on the border line now?
Yes, we are the first line of defense and I can confidently say that the borders from the surface are perfectly sealed and no way one can penetrate, and any misadventure, any attempt, we are foiling it 100%. Yes, sometimes drones through aerial route are causing a challenge. But then again, many times we are 100% spotting them. The moment they are spotted with the efforts we do, many times they'll go back.
Right.
So the going back is also widely reported, and in a very fraction of the cases they will be successful in dropping, and whenever they drop also, sooner or later we are able to catch the consignments in the open ground and able to arrest the people. So what I would say is the efforts are concentrated, focused and result oriented.
He is Amir al-Mu'mineen and he is the head of all Muslimin, and it means Prince of Muslims, believers.
Mohammad Sharik was travelling in an auto rickshaw. 3 videos that Republic TV accessed and broke over the weekend. In 2017, we had stung a terror suspect called Abdullah Basit, who was part of an ISIS module.
These acts have been inspired and influenced by some terrorist organization which is having global presence.
An important day today because the Delhi police will like to conduct the narco test of Aftab. There will also be a polygraph test.
Sharik's family members were arriving in Mangaluru. Sharik is the accused in the Mangaluru blast case.
Police has said that Sharik had posed with the bomb before the blast, also saying that international terror plot has been exposed.
Several people, including 8 children, were killed on Sunday after a truck rammed into a roadside settlement in Bihar's Vaishali district.
Very shocking incident coming to light from UP, where ex-lover has been arrested in killing of a woman whose body was chopped and found in a well.
BJP MLA MP Kumaraswamy was